The fuck is this?
It's not that good, but people are just excited that he's back.
Hold on, let me hear it.
Come on, you know who this is.
It's not Phil Collins.
No.
Hold on. You said he's back.
He's back. He hasn't put out an album in like 25 years.
All right, let me hear this. Hold on.
Yeah, the song kind of sucks.
John Parr.
No.
Okay.
As soon as he does a little bit of
Michael
a high
Bolton.
note. No.
No.
As soon as he does
Michael.
like a little higher version, you'll get it. Because not many people can sing like this high. Fuck is...
Well, I'm actually shocked that you're not getting this.
It's not as powerful as when he was like, you know,
What the hell
younger.
is this?
I'm very shocked.
You're very shocked.
Very shocked.
Very shocked.
They suck. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is Friday, and it is the Knockem Comedy Radio Show coming at you from Governor's Comedy Club right here on govsradio.com.
Do you have a big carrot in your mouth?
No.
Do you have a cheeseburger in your mouth and fries and a chocolate shake? At least it's a carrot. That's good.
Governor's Comedy Club right here in Levittown, the world-famous Governor's Comedy Club, home of so many great comedians and home of so many great radio shows right here at govsradio.com. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go any further,
Uh-oh.
let me just comment that it's hot out.
Not in here.
True, not in here. Excuse me. But if you're in the New York area, it's freaking hot. In fact, this weekend, they're saying that it's going to feel like 110 degrees.
Here in New York, because I was looking at the map, and it was saying like just a little bit, you know, going
Nope.
west, it was this huge 103 area. But New York seemed to just be normal
No.
hot weather.
Rich Hoffman, Channel 12 Long Island News, I saw it yesterday. He said this weekend, Saturday in particular, will feel like it's 100, up to 110. So here's my suggestion to you, ladies and gentlemen. Drink a cool beverage. Drink a cool beverage. While you're drinking the cool beverage, I have the perfect way to make sure your beverage stays cool and doesn't have all sorts of yucky condensation.
No drippies. Drip-free afternoon.
Drippies. That's the selling point. No drippies.
No drippies.
You want a Knockem Dead comedy koozie, courtesy of govsradio.com, courtesy of Gina Conjemi Coffin, courtesy of Governor's Comedy, courtesy
what
of
was that?
Governor's Comedy Club,
Dun-dun-dun.
courtesy of Knockem Dead Comedy,
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
courtesy of you for buying one of these beautiful koozies for $5. These koozies will keep your drink nice and cool. It'll prevent the drippies. You can see this great picture of Knockem Dead Comedy, which will remind you to keep tuning in. And it also reminds you to go see a Knockem Dead Comedy show, July 26th at Frank Steaks or October 25th at Governor's. Governor's, the brokerage in Belmore. So you'll look at that, and then to help you remember even more, you'll have it on this side, too, where it says Gov's Radio. So you'll think of all the great shows that are here, all of them. But for our show in particular, as you drink, then you'll realize, oh, I have no more drink because I drank it all because it's hot.
I love that picture from Ken today.
Oh, that's right. I'll have to show that.
Yeah.
And then you'll see on the bottom that we're on every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You'll see that right there. Oh, the phone's ringing already.
We have a phone call
I'll
already.
I'll get back to this. Good morning. You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
It's Mark White.
Mark
Hey,
White.
Mark White.
Mark, how are you, pal?
I'm bored in Canada, so I figured I'd call you.
Eh?
Blame Canada. Blame Canada. What you guys are playing up there?
Yeah, we had a show last night.
And how did it go?
It's freaking awesome.
It was freaking awesome.
Nice. How many
Nice.
people? How many
Hey,
people
black
came?
people.
What was that? You're breaking up a little bit.
I said I haven't seen that many black people up here.
Oh, they have black people in Canada?
Here's 60.
60? Oh. And black people like the spin doctors?
No. Everywhere I go. Like the airport, everywhere. Where's Quincy? What's his name? The black comedian?
Eddie Murphy.
No, the guy
No.
from Canada.
Oh, Quinn.
Yeah, Quincy.
Did you meet him? Or
No, I didn't see
Okay.
anywhere. I was
You
all
just
over the
know
floor.
that's kind of like your "I have a black friend in Canada" line.
Right. I couldn't
Okay.
find him. There's no black people. I'm like the only. Let me see. No, there's an African over there. Does that count as black? Yeah, I guess it does.
Sure.
So it's me and this black dude, and that's it. And everybody else is white. Oh, there's another one. Three of us.
And what is it? Is it cold? It's cold up there at this time of year or no?
No, it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot as balls here too.
It can't be hot. Shouldn't it be like cooler in Canada than it is in America? Because you go to
Why? 'Cause there's
Maine,
less
it's
people?
not so bad, and it's a little up
No, the
further.
heat wave is everywhere. Sally.
Sally,
The heat
listen.
wave is everywhere.
Sally.
The heat wave is everywhere. Global warming is attacking us. I told you.
You did
I
tell
told you
us.
stop driving your car. I said stop driving your car, otherwise we're going to all boil up. And now this is what's happening.
Ride those bikes.
Stop eating meat.
Ride those bikes.
Stop eating meat. That
Yeah.
eating
So I'm going to
meat?
Georgia now. Guess where I'm going?
You're
Georgia.
Georgia. You just said it.
No, guess.
You're Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got it right. That's right. Going to Georgia.
Remind
Going
me
to
of this.
Peach Street or Peach Tree Street. I don't know what it is.
Mrs.
Something.
Crabtree Lane.
That's right.
You-
And guess what else?
what? What else?
I have a gig up in Rhode Island or somewhere up there, and I got a few days off. I might come down and visit you.
Yay!
Mark White Day.
When?
I got to figure it out, but either next week or the week after, because I don't know if I'm flying or driving to this next gig. If they can cancel everything, then I'm flying. I mean, I'm driving. If they can't, then I have to fly. But
I'm confused though. Who's booking these dates for you guys?
Who is your manager that like zigs and
Satan.
zags you all over the
Yeah,
country?
you guys are like vroom, up and down like a graph or
Like whoever is your manager has never been a waiter. Because if you've ever been a waiter, you do sweeps. You don't run back to the kitchen and get a soda and run back to the
right.
restaurant.
They're not going to Ohio, Indiana.
Yeah.
You
You take someone's order, then you go to the next table, you clean up a plate,
go
you
to-
say, hi, how are you? Do you need ketchup? Then you go to the kitchen, you get your shit, you come back
They
out.
go to New Orleans. They go to Canada. They go to Georgia. They go to Rhode Island. They go to Virginia. They go to
Yeah.
Connecticut. What is going on here?
Ask your manager, have you ever been a waiter? Because
that
they
is the
have not.
longest question I ever had to listen to.
No worse than
Oh,
listening
my
to a
God.
politician give an answer, a simple yes or no question.
Listen, Satan is our tour manager. Actually, I'll tell you what happens. We get offers because we're losers. So if somebody wants to see us in California, they offer, hey, we give you, we offer you guys a whole bunch of money. And we're like, great. And then the very next day, we want you guys to play in Rhode Island and offer you the same amount of money. We say, great.
Right.
Yeah.
So we don't put together a tour that makes sense like we used to, because you could, when you're when you're not a loser, you can do whatever you want.
But you're getting
Like
a
the
lot
Rolling
of
Stones-
gigs lately, so now it needs to be more
Right.
organized.
So yeah. So what you're saying is this wasn't a regular tour. This was just one-offs that are kind of near each other.
but not
Listen,
near
I'm
each
gonna
other.
say it. I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Try one more time. We get offers.
We understand.
And
We
you come
just,
in.
we feel bad.
Right.
For
Right,
you.
and they just come in from all over the place, and nobody knows anybody about anybody else. Now, if we were like a real
Nobody
band, like
knows.
if we were a real band, then we could just put together a tour because, people would actually come out and pay to see us.
Right.
See how that works? Like if you're the
Well, right. That's what I said. So basically, you're doing one-offs and you're just flying to them. This isn't an actual tour. You guys are just doing one-offs.
Yeah, we haven't
Right.
done a real tour since I can remember.
Wow.
Because the other thing is we want a lot of money, so we
Right.
get these offers. They give us a lot of money, so we can't really put together a tour. See, there's soft tickets and hard tickets. Like a band like the Chili Peppers could probably, they would do hard tickets really well, or Pearl Jam. But we're not that band right now.
Right. So when you say hard tickets, that would be a band that's doing a tour, and they can call a venue and say the Pearl Jam would like to play there on this date. What do you got? Right? Is that
Right? Exactly. Exactly. And then they would probably sell it out. Right?
Yeah.
So we get offers where it's just $20,000 or something, and then after that we just show up. Like last night, we made $30,000 last night, which was great.
Nice.
We just showed up in Canada, and we had a really big crowd, and it looked like it was going to be bad, but it turned out to be really good. And then they had the fireworks afterwards, and then now I'm on my way to Georgia, and I'm playing with the 10,000 Maniacs.
It's going to be so
Oh,
hot
so it's
there.
not a Spin Doctors gig; it's a 10,000 Mania. Oh, or is it the? Oh, that no. I stand corrected. You told us about this already. It's a gig with the Spin Doctors and 10,000 Maniacs.
Right.
Right. Okay.
No, we're joining bands together. We're playing as a Spin 10,000 Maniacs extravaganza, so we're all playing our songs simultaneously.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I like
I'm not
them.
going to be there, but it's going to be good.
Who's not going to be
What
there?
do you mean you're not going to be there?
What?
Well, they have a bass player, so they don't need me.
So what? So you guys are alternating when it's a Spin Doctors tune, you're coming up, and when it's one of their
No.
tunes, their guys coming up.
We're all playing simultaneously at the same time. I mean, what part of simultaneously do you not understand?
Well, I'm trying to understand what you're telling. You're telling me you're going to play simultaneously, and then you're saying you're not going to be there.
Yeah, I'm not going to be there.
Well, what the hell does that mean?
You see, you're such a doofus that I can just say anything to you, and you just go along with it. No, I think we're either they're opening up for us or we're opening up for them. I don't know what it is. We're just doing
Oh,
it.
all right. So it
Oh,
was
see-
a lie about playing all at the same time.
I bought it. I thought this was some special occasion where the two bands were going to jam
yeah,
together, play
kind of
each
like
other's
We
songs.
Are the World or something.
Us and the 10,000 Maniacs. Are you crazy?
Why?
Why do people let their kids play on escalators?
I was going to ask what the noises in the background.
There's stupid kids playing on escalators. Their parents are just like, "Oh, you're."
Sally and I went out to dinner last Friday, and same thing. We're sitting in this restaurant that had an outdoor table, so we're sitting at the table outside. We're watching two kids at the very most 11 years old, and they were running into the street, back and forth into the street, and the parents are just standing there, not even looking.
You're being kind. They were like 8 and
Oh,
9.
were they younger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, and you
So-
were the one who noticed it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
So these kids are playing on an escalator. Do they need Mark
Yeah.
White to step up and say, "Yo"?
I
Yeah,
still
I
have a
did it
scar
last-
on my finger from an escalator when I was a kid, and I remember
I can see you doing that.
yeah, I got it like stuck in the something, and then
Stuck
so
in something.
it was
that
bleeding.
Totally
It-
goes along with their personality.
It was my pinky, and it bled really bad. And this is what's so funny, is I think I was like 7, and I walked up to my dad and my sister Lori, not Cindy, who you guys know, but my other sister Lori, and I'm like, and I showed them, and they kind of looked at it. I was like, I think I'm gonna faint, and we were in Macy's, and they
You know what's going to happen?
and they laughed, and they turned around, and I fainted.
You know what's going to happen?
What?
This kid's going to get stuck in the escalator, and they're going to cancel all the flights.
Oh,
That's right. And
Yeah.
then the parents will sue the airport.
But look at him. Oh my God! You know what I did? Last week I did the same thing. I mean, not last week. A month
You
ago.
played
the
on the
kids were playing
escalator?
the
Can-
kids were playing the escalator, and I went and got the security, and I said, "Hey, you got to do something."
Hey, can you call us back with FaceTime so we can see you getting security and yelling at the parents?
Yeah, right.
Oh, you'll be like the Bagel Boss guy. You go viral.
Yeah, that's what
Did-
Mark
Yeah.
White
I
you-
don't
needs.
like going viral.
You don't like going viral? Hey, man, you guys can do a tour again if you're viral. You can do a real tour with hard tickets like the Chili Peppers.
All right, we have a lot of people saying hi. We have Felix.
I just don't want him getting stuck in it and then they cancel all the flights.
Yeah.
He's not worried about the well-being of the kids.
Okay.
Oh, you talking to security right now?
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
They was like, they said the parents are right there.
So what?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. You know, in America, they would have taken them off of there. It's just unbelievable.
Canada is very
you could
laid
be
back.
such an irresponsible. No, yeah, it's just irresponsible. Oh my God!
Did
Well, I
security-
just wanted to tell you guys to get, to bring my boredom to a whole new level, and I have achieved that.
See, now you look forward to the airport because you talked with us for a little bit.
That's right. Now I can actually deal with the airport. I called you guys.
It'll help you sleep now on the plane. Here's the little crickets that make you even more bored.
You ready for this one?
Ready.
Yeah.
So we get to the hotel, right? We're chilling. It's 8:00 in the morning. I'm already, I went to bed the night before. I'm sleeping. No, I went to bed around 5. Right? I went to bed around 5 in the morning.
Wow.
I got all day to sleep because there's no gig. And next thing I know, there's drilling. 8:00 in the morning.
Yeah, there is.
Not sexual.
So I called
drilling,
down-
right?
It's you and the groupies.
So I called downstairs. I'm going to ignore that, by the way. I called downstairs, and she actually talked to me as if this is normal. Why are you upset?
Yeah, that there's
So I
drilling
called the
in a
manager.
hotel.
I called the manager. I flipped out,
Yep.
like from the Bronx, and they actually got them to stop drilling.
Oh,
Good.
so now being from the Bronx comes in handy. The place where you
Always,
left.
listen, it always comes in handy.
Yes, it does.
I
That's
use
my
it
point.
all the time.
That's my point. Maybe you should stay there so you can
I'm
say
using
you're
it
from
right
there.
now. I'm using it right now, talking to your doofus ass.
So you're waiting. So you're waiting to take off to go to. So when's the Georgia gig? That's not tonight, right?
No, it's tomorrow night.
Oh, nice.
Today we had to have a steak dinner. You know why I hate having dinners with these guys? Because when you sit down, it's almost an hour and a half before you actually have the steak in your mouth.
Why?
So what? You're with
Because
your
they like to
bandmates. You're with
die.
your pals. You're enjoying their company.
They like to dine, so they have to go through the wine list. They have to go through the appetizers. They have to do all this crap. Everybody's asking all these stupid questions.
I don't
I'm
get
just sitting there, just bring me a
appetizers.
steak.
I'm already like full with appetizers, so then I don't ever eat the dinner. So I never order appetizers.
I'm confused, Mark. I know you got to go in a second, but tell me, what is a perfect day for you? What would make you happy?
No
When
one
I'm sitting
doing
in my
anything
Corvette-
stupid.
When you're what? Driving your Corvette?
When I'm sitting in my Corvette and I push that button for the first time,
All right.
and then I'm happy. I'm by myself. I don't have to worry about these guys kicking my seat and putting their feet in my face and all this other nonsense I have to deal with. And I just get to the gig on my own, and I'm very happy. That's why I'm driving the rest of the summer.
Driving the rest of the summer?
Yeah, no more flying for the black man.
What do you listen to? What CD do you have in the
Oh,
car?
he should call his car the Blackmobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just ask me what CD I have in my car?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Sally.
What year are you in?
Well, it gets worse than that, and I'll fill you in afterwards. Go ahead, make fun of me.
Well, I have. Actually, I'll tell you. I've been listening to this band called the Day Sleepers, which I love.
That's a Beatles song.
No,
That's-
the
that's-
name
She
of the
was
band
a
is called the Day
That is
Sleepers.
a day
sleeper.
tripper.
Oh.
Yeah, day tripper.
Oh.
There's something wrong with you.
That's day sleeper is after you
Yeah.
day trip.
Oh, so it's a
It's-
day
it's a-
sleeper is
It's
after
part
you.
2.
A day sleeper is when you gig and then stay up till 5 a.m. with the groupies and then go to bed. So that's it. Mark is a day sleeper.
He's a day sleeper.
He's a day sleeper. And he's a 10,000
I'm going to hang up
man.
now.
And safe flight, pal.
I will see you guys later.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Have fun.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks for putting that with me.
Always.
Oh, always, pal. It's always fun.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
All right.
Mark White, ladies and gentlemen, we should just say from now on, this show is with Sally, Eric, myself, and Mark. What is all over this board?
It looks like nuts.
Oh, it's
Not
it's
man
from,
nuts.
It's from
just
yesterday.
Nuts.
It's from Felix's show, right?
Oh, yeah. Maybe he had the nut show.
Yeah, it's all over the board.
So yeah, here's what a weirdo I am, so I'm sure Mark was going to say I listen to Sirius Radio, Sally, and have like all my music.
No, he's got it all on his phone or something, or on a
But
piece
for
of
me, I don't do that, and here's why. So I had this car for 1,000 years, the Mini Cooper I was talking about, and I had it had a CD player. So I have like CDs that I love, and Tony's made some CDs for me because he likes to do that. And he has like, you have like what, 6,000 CDs? So I can't even come close to listening to them all. And I've kind of gotten in the habit of like I'm like, pick 3 CDs and put it on the shelf, and when I'm done, kind of like you're borrowing from a library, like books from a library. Like I'll take the 3 CDs and I'll go to my car and I'll listen to them for a couple of weeks, and then he'll see the 3 CDs back, and then he'll swap them out with 3 more that he thinks that I'll like to listen to. And then I have like, my favorites that I keep in the car.
The phone is ringing.
Hello,
You're
you're on
live.
the air.
Why would you even include Eric? It's Sally, Mark, and Tony. Why? Eric's never there anymore.
Eric who?
With Kenny.
Yeah, yeah. How about you get somebody that's smarter and funnier and let Eric stay home?
What is with you two, man? You guys
You
love
guys
to
are
bash
in a-
each other when
you
you're not
guys are
around.
in a dark place.
Oh yeah, but that's the fun part.
Oh.
We don't do that when well, it's part of the radio. So anyway, Tony, don't mail the koozies. I'll pick them up on Saturday.
Okay.
They look beautiful, though.
Kenny,
And did you
pick them
sell
up on Saturday.
more?
I'm sorry, did I what?
Did you sell more of those?
I showed one this morning. What do you mean?
The koozies. Don't mail mine. But
Yes.
I'm saying, did you sell more?
Oh,
Did your
I'm sorry,
cheap
sell
audience
more.
Fucking open their wallets?
Yes, Suzanne Ficino, she also bought 4, just like you did.
Ah, well, you should be selling more. Now, I am calling for a specific reason.
Oh, that's wonderful.
You need to get the bagel guy on the show, and if it's $1,000, I will chip in.
We couldn't even get you to pay for the dishwasher for your
First
dad.
of all, I did pay for the dishwasher, and I'm always good for the money. But, dude, come on. You can't get that guy on the show?
Well, I got to be honest. Well, all right, I got a few reasons. First off, I do feel the thrill is already gone. I'm sorry, but I am one of the minority that feels this whole thing was a setup. And I was so turned off by this guy wanting $1,000 that honestly I don't care who's willing to pay it. I personally don't want him here.
Oh, dude, but you want to grow your audience, and people would
Yeah,
watch when
okay.
that lunatic is on.
You think that they would still watch at this point? I'm saying I think the thrill is gone. I think people have already had enough of this guy.
Well, did you see? All right. So the only reason why I wouldn't have him on is I think there's actually something wrong with the
That's
guy.
what Tony.
Well,
That's Tony's reason.
That was
for
my
not wanting
very
him on.
first reason because it was
We
when
watched-
that video came out. That was the first thing we said to each other. We can get this guy. He's local. But then
And then I was looking. I was like, I think he's like special needs.
Well,
Yeah.
did you see the? Did you see? No. Well, I don't know if he's special needs.
I think it kind of is, and I don't want. I mean, I know he's like really enjoying his like 15 minutes of fame, but
Did you
I don't
see
want to
the-
jump on that bad.
call it
wagon.
whatever you want, special needs, or maybe just something not wired right. There's definitely something.
You would need
know.
to have him go through a metal detector before he came on the show.
Right.
But did you see the video where he leaves the girl in the winter?
Leaves the girl.
It's in the winter.
He went to summer.
No. He leaves the girl standing outside in the winter.
Okay.
Dude, you didn't see this video?
No.
Oh, all right. So you got to look up the video, and I'll let you go. But he is outside at like a Home Depot or something, and it's somewhere on Long Island.
Right.
And there's a girl on the other side. It appears to be his girlfriend.
Okay.
And he's like, come on, I'm going to be spending $750,000. I think he's talking about a house. And he goes, I want you to fool around with me. And the girl looks genuinely like afraid. And she's like, no, I just want to go home. And he's like, no, I'm spending $750,000. You got to fool around with me. And she's like, no, please just drive me home. He gets in the car, starts the engine, leaves her door locked, and peels out and leaves her there in the fucking winter. And he's laughing like a fucking maniac.
See, all right, so that's my point. Wouldn't he get arrested for that?
Dude, he put it on YouTube.
Well, that's my point. So there must have been consequences to that.
He's
It's-
insane. Dude, all right, maybe you're right. Don't get him on, because I think the fucking guy, there might be something wrong with him.
He's either a complete 100% fake, which I have no interest in, or there's something seriously wrong. I have no interest in because I don't want to, make benefit from that guy's issues.
All right, here's a better idea. Dude, I'll pay for him to get in the audience, in the studio, and I want him and Eric to wrestle. Come on, you don't think Eric would egg him on and it would end up in a grapple?
Well, no, I don't, because when that guy in that one video that went viral, he's saying to the one guy, "Come on, you want to go outside? You want to start? You want to attack me?"
And then he gets his ass kicked.
Right, and if you slow it down, I forget, I saw somewhere somebody slowed it down. The look on his face when the guy actually went at him and tackled him, he didn't see that coming at all. Nobody ever took him up on it. So that was the first time somebody actually took him down. He's not a violent guy. He's full of it. He's just a windbag, and he's
Dude,
no.
I love that. And the News 12 thing. I live in a van right now, by choice. What do you mean by fucking choice? He got thrown out of his mother's. He's fucking weird, man. All right, well, I'll let you guys go. Thank you for the koozies. I'll pick them up at the show on the 3rd. All right?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Thanks, pal.
Peace. Later.
Kenny.
Kenny Shevlin, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and it's over. I mean, it's enough.
That's what I'm saying. The thrill's already gone with this guy.
Yeah, I don't want to be around that.
There's just, I don't
I don't want to be a part of making it worse for him or better for him. Like, it just,
Right.
I don't know.
I'm all for bringing people in here that are currently in the news. Like, we tried to get that one teacher who was fired because somebody showed the school a picture of her topless.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
John Lepper, who's been in here. I don't see the comments
With his tree house
if
issues.
Is Gina watching? We definitely need a John Lepper update. We haven't gotten one in quite a while.
Yeah.
We brought him in here. Drew Scott, formerly of News 12, he came in here, to talk about suicide and drug abuse. So we're always up for bringing people in. It's not just the comedians, not just musicians, but that guy. I don't know. There's just something wasn't right with that guy.
Right.
And I just didn't want any part of it.
Yeah, me either. Especially because it's been a week. Like it's not new anymore.
Well, right now forget it. But we were talking about back when it first came out, because again we were like, oh my God, this is local. We can grab this guy. But so we're not.
Yeah. Back to Kenny again. Here we go.
Hey, you're live in the Knockem Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
Hey, it's Brian from Florida.
Brian Festa from Florida. Florida Festa. What's up, pal?
Listen, that guy, let me tell you something. I watched that fucking video, that schmuck. Okay?
We're still talking about Bagel Guy, yes?
Bagel Guy is fucking planned. I'm going to tell you why.
I agree.
Now, with my background and what I used to do for a living for the government and everything, I can pick up on shit real quick and easy. Okay, the guy, first thing you notice, the guy that tackled him from behind is the guy that eventually escorts him out of the building. But you notice he's not escorting him like, bouncer escorting him out. He's, come on, time to go. And the way he's leaving isn't like, fuck you, blah, 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 blah. It's, okay, I'm done here. If you look at the look on his face, it's, I'm done, let's go. I got something else to go do. The look of the mannerisms of the way he was going, the way he left, everything said, I've done my job. I got to get out of here now.
Let me ask you this. And again, I agree with you. I think it was fake too.
Yeah.
But I'm just asking because you never know. Is it possible? Because the video of him getting attacked and then the video of him getting escorted out, those are two different videos, if I remember right.
No. We watched them together that day I called in last time.
Right. But they were two different videos. There were two different angles, two different cameras. So
two different angles, but
is it possible? What I'm saying is it possible that in between those two videos, the guy that tackled him calmed down and said, "Okay, I shouldn't have attacked this guy. Let me just get him out of here," and escorted him out.
Nah, because the way he,
Okay.
even the way he tackled him, it was soft. It was WWE. Okay. This wasn't. Trust me, I've tackled someone from behind like that before.
Oh,
yeah,
you hit them
you
hard
have.
enough.
Yeah.
You hit them hard.
Whew.
They're not getting up because you just snapped the vertebrae. You just hurt them bad. You just crushed a disc. And the way that guy's built, trust me, it's not like he's got rippling muscles to hold the whole shit thing up. He goes down. He's going down.
Well, right.
So
I'll give you that. He didn't take him down hard, and he didn't throw any punches. They just they just laid there yelling at each other.
Exactly. So then he gets up and he's like, "Oh, it's like nothing." I'm sorry. You take a hit like that, you're that age, you're that fucking pudgy, and hey, ladies, I'm huge. Don't get me wrong. But, he's sitting here, and he's getting up like nothing happened. No. That's choreographed. That's worked out ahead of time.
What do you think?
And then the way...
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And the way that guy took him out, it wasn't like, I'm sorry, I grew up on Long Island. We don't escort people out like that. There's fuck yous at least 3 or 4 times. There's get the fuck out of my faces. None of it was there. It was, hey, have a great day. Thank you for coming on in.
Right, yeah, he escorted the guy out, but then he went back in, so he wanted his bagel.
He went back. He grabbed his bagels when before the guy escorted him out. He flung him around like it were a fucking nunchuck.
No. I'm talking about the guy who did the escorting. He escorted the guy out, and then he went back in. It's not like he escorted him to his car. He escorted him out of the store.
It's bagel.
Well, how do you make it not look like you did it? You got to stay in the store so that you don't put forth that. Oh yeah, the whole thing was fucking planned. You go back in, you get your bagels. Okay, everything's okay. Everybody's calm. Okay, we leave. Hey, 20 minutes later, you're on the phone going, that was fun. Let's do that again.
What about the bagel boss itself? Because nobody even said anything about calling the police. They just stood there yelling with the guy.
Yeah, here's the thing, and that's I can understand where some people are coming from, but you got to remember, some people don't react the same as others to situations like that. They're going to sit there, they're going to look at what's going on, and they might be in shock. They might be scared themselves. They don't know what's going to happen. You watch on YouTube. There's legitimate nutballs that are jumping through drive-through windows and tasering people.
Yeah.
So they don't know anymore. It's not like the old days where it's like, all right, whatever, punch in the teeth and they get the hell out. Now it's like, people are pulling guns and tasers. You don't know anymore.
Right.
So the crew that was working behind the counter, they could have been scared. They could have been like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? Is there a possibility that there was some collusion going on there? Maybe. You don't ever know.
Sure.
But I'd like to give people the benefit of the doubt. In that situation, I can understand if those ladies behind the counter were like, holy crap, this guy's going off, and also what's going on, and they're worried because, like I said, you watch nowadays, people are jumping counters. People are punching out, workers, and they're tasering workers, and so on their part, I could see more where it was just shock. They just didn't know how to react, and they were trying to protect themselves. Should they have immediately called the police? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're in that situation, unless someone in the back is going, hey, call the police, call the police, call the police. If you're the ones right there in the front, you can't expect them to just jump and be able to handle a situation like that. People like me are trained to deal with situations like that. People that are regular average citizens that do their daily business, they're not. So they don't know not all of them know how to react. Some people are just naturally born to react to it the right way. Some aren't. And I think that's what happened in this case with the staff at the Bagel Boss.
What is, and let's just for people that may not have heard you on the show, what is your background, sir?
Federal and state law enforcement.
That's a good generalization, but we'll take it.
I tell you anymore, Tony, and I got to take a flight up and meet you at your front door at midnight.
All right. So, well, like I said, I'm with you. And I find it funny too. And I don't know if this guy had it before because I never heard of the guy like most people. But you look at his Facebook, he lists himself as a comedian. So my guess is that this guy, and he also he's put up other videos in the past, like we just heard, one of him with some girl, and there's other ones of him yelling, I think in the 7-Eleven. I personally think this is a guy that's just was trying to make a video that would go viral of him screaming. He was one of those guys that was trying to create a situation. George Gallo, who was on Dan Romano's show a week or so ago, he's a friend of the station. He's played governors here. That's what he does. He goes around New York City, and he tries to, he made a video where he pretends to be Halal, I believe is the character's name, and he just goes up to people, and he'll just ask them a question, but he'll go up to the people and go, and he waits for their reactions. So there's so many people that are out there doing videos like that. So I think this guy was just trying to do it his way, and he was finally successful. And then we all seem to find out that he's a comedian, and he's not appearing anywhere unless you pay him at least $1,000. So
okay, whatever.
Right, exactly. So keep your $1,000. I hope all the best to you. I hope you make several grand from TV shows, and I hope you invest it and you can retire somewhere. All the best to you. But
please, if I got a choice between him and with $1,000, I'm going into the city to Scores. I'll go blow it there and pay some strippers rent.
Absolutely right. I'm not putting my dollar bills in his chest.
I don't want to put dollar bills nowhere on him.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Speaking of which,
yes.
Interesting. I get on today and I click, and what's the first thing I hear is Sally talking about giving handies, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm trying to catch on to what the hell are we talking? And then your nuts are out, and I'm going, she's giving him handies. The nuts are out. What the hell's going on below the screen? Jesus Christ! You can have a whole nother video feed and be making a shit ton more money. Let me tell you.
Oh, he's right about that.
I know,
but I have to backtrack. I missed this. I missed a handy.
When did I give a handy?
I know. I'm all upset. How did I miss this?
The gentleman that was on with you was talking about
today
something he had. Yes, it was Ken.
Oh, okay.
Just before when I first got on, he was talking about something was handy to use, and you were talking about how yes, it was a very handy thing to use. I have no fucking clue what the hell it was.
I don't remember saying that.
The word handy got mentioned. I'm in the middle of 5 different things. My speakers are blaring from my computer, so I hear handy because that's where my brain goes.
Of course.
And then I hear a couple of minutes later, nuts are out. I'm like handy and nuts. The Jewish sarcasm in my head starts kicking in, going, dude, what the hell's going on over there?
Well, the nuts was not the good kind. It was the kind that you eat.
They were
all
on
over.
The soundboard.
There was a whole bunch of them on my board here, so I was cleaning them up.
Nuts on the soundboard.
Unless I used handy wipes. I don't know if we said that or.
I don't think
know.
so.
I don't know.
I remember.
But they
something was handy to use, and I'm like, handy? I'm like, what the hell? Because I'm going through some paperwork and stuff.
As usual, Brian, anything involved with my nuts is a big disappointment. So sorry, the story was not where you wanted it to go.
Was handy.
It's okay. I mean,
no
I did.
The
funny thing is that when I call up to you guys, there's a major delay between when I call and what goes on the screen. The last time I called, I got back out I hung up with you guys, got out to the computer, and just as, remember I sat there and said, I don't want to hear about Sally's boo-boos, and you reached over?
Yes.
Well, that was exactly what I saw when I walked out to my computer, and there you are reaching over. I'm like, oh, dear God.
It's a 1 and 15-second delay.
Oh, yeah, well. You don't know what it's like when you're
it's a really, like a minute is a really long time. I mean, you could do a lot around the house in a minute. So, yeah, like I think it's really long. Like it 2 months ago, we had to change over to Boxcast, which works better, and everything gets streamed the way we wanted to. But it is a 1 and 15-minute delay, which is kind of annoying.
1 and 15 minutes.
Well, the funny thing is I got to watch because my kid's getting an interesting education every time I put your show on.
At least you have time to turn it off.
Oh, no, it's all on me because I'm the parent. I got to make sure what she's watching and not watching. But I'm like, all of a sudden there you are reaching over groping, and she's looking at me going, I'm like,
now she's going to get it again.
All right, so quickly.
In 46 seconds,
it's coming up
quick.
Another
grope
get her out of the room because I grabbed her again about 30 seconds ago. So get her.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
Bye, Brian.
See you, buddy. Bye-bye. Brian Festa, ladies and gentlemen, from Florida. Brian Festa from Florida.
All right, read some comments because they're...
Read some comments? All right.
Let me go back to the beginning because we have...
All right, I'll go back to the beginning.
A lot of people are watching. Robin Eve's watching. Gina and Jemmy's watching. Captain Jack said hello.
Jackie Sherman Guido.
Jeff Bosey.
Jeff Bosey. Hello, Jeff. Let's Eat Long Island. Hello, Felix. Michelle Asta, hello. Danielle Asher, good morning. I won't be on for too long, but wanted to pop in while I could. Thank you, Danielle.
And Bonnie is now hearing the story about Mark White and the kids playing on the...
Ken Pichelle. Danielle Asher, if you're still here, or if you maybe watching a replay or something, still getting a lot of response from your appearance here.
Yeah, people really enjoyed it.
Loved it. Yeah. Ken
we
Pichelle.
did too. It was really a fun show for me.
So, all right, I'll get back. So, wait a minute. Mark Wright is saying to stop driving your car, but wait a minute. He doesn't get from one to plot.
Yeah, he has to, Kenny, because he, if it's even humanly possible for Mark to take his car instead of fly, he'll do it, even if he's like driving 9 hours. You know, usually if he is flying, it means that he has to be someplace right after that show, so he has to fly.
Gina can Jimmy Coffin. Tony and Mark need couples counseling. Nancy Weems, good morning, Nancy. Robin Eve is watching. Hello, Robin. Bonnie, yeah, you said Bonnie.
Bonnie's saying the video's freezing.
Well, Bonnie seems to have that problem a lot, Bonnie, but it's on her end.
All right, we got another call.
Pete from the work, although it's probably Mike watching when it says Pete.
And Pete from England's watching.
Pete Jenkins?
Yep.
Hey, you're live on the Knockem Dead comedy radio show. Who's that?
Well, if this wasn't the number that I had the hardest time reaching this morning.
Why?
Good morning, kids. This is Robin Eve.
Hey,
Hello, Robin Eve. Yeah, the phone is ringing a lot this morning. Sorry about that.
No. I love it. I figured I stayed in line. I was waiting. I was listening to everybody, and then I jumped in. Good morning.
Nice. Good morning. How are you?
I am excellent. I am still smiling. I just wanted to say hi to you guys. I wanted to pop in and surprise you, but I'm running late as usual. But I just wanted to say thank you again so much for last Friday. It's 1 week ago today that I released the album on your show.
Nice.
And I'm still smiling, and it was just absolutely unbelievable. And I wanted to follow up with you. I don't have $1,000.
That's a good thing.
I also don't have issues like the gentleman we already spoke about, thankfully. So,
yes.
But I just wanted to let you guys know that I am writing my very first check from Robin Eve Music to Knockem Dead Comedy, and I had $88 for you.
Oh, nice.
What I had said, well, I know you're doing your Cozy Koozie fundraiser.
Yes.
And all that stuff. And so I had 84 interactions in the 24-hour period from the show. And I don't like that number. I'm a fan of master numbers, so that's why I rounded it to 88. And
master what?
And so
master numbers.
Anything that's a derivative of 11 is like a good luck Robin Eve thing. So,
I've never heard that before.
Oh yeah, look up master numbers.
Okay.
It is a whole thing. It's part of numerology, and it is an actual thing. It's not just Robin Eve.
Oh, I believe you. I just. Yeah. So,
So
but 88, I mean,
really
84, 88,
kind of
that's a good number. Yeah, that for in a 24-hour span, that's a pretty good amount of CD sales. Yes.
I was
Nice.
so excited. Well, because that means it's that many people that were interested, that were saying, "Hey, let's go check it out." And
Right.
also keep in mind that since I pulled 3 all-nighters in a row leading up to your show, there were a lot of links and stuff. I was teaching myself as I went, so there were a lot of links that didn't work, or they weren't going where they were supposed to, because I'm figuring this out as I go. And there's more stuff that's working now, and I'm still kind of building it and putting it together. So my inexperience probably made it a little challenging for more people to do it, but I was absolutely thrilled with the results, and I loved having you guys a part of it. And I love that it's literally the first check in my Robin Eve Music checkbook is to you guys, and you know how I am about things, and that just made me smile extra. So.
That makes me smile extra, and I would love to as this. You know, because it's only 1 week since the album, but maybe a few weeks down the road after it's been out for a while, I would love to follow up on this because it's all kind of hatched a little bit from from the conversation with Elio. So I'd really like to follow up and see how it's worked out for you, and how you feel it's changed for the better or for worse. I would love to hear all about that. So we'll have to follow up with this.
Right.
Yeah, I would love that. Well, I am back on the show Friday, August 2nd.
That's right. Yeah.
So if I don't see you before then, I'll have lots of details for you guys then, and we'll talk about all of the nitty-gritty stuff. But yeah, I'm just so super excited about all of this. And also keep in mind, when we were on the show, because I got to talking as I am right now, and usually do, I did have some giveaways that we didn't get to. So the next time that I come on, I'm going to have some extra download stickers, and I'm going to have some extra CDs and stuff to make up for both shows. So
cool.
So we got to make sure everybody tunes in, and I'll be giving away some more stuff.
Excellent, and we will keep reminding everybody in the meantime. So August 2nd.
You guys, you're amazing. Thank you. So
right
much.
back at you.
I love you guys so much. I'm going to free up the line so the next person can call, and I just wanted to say thank you. I'm still smiling, and you guys had so much to do with that, and I just love you. So
we love you too, and thank you so much for the check, and congratulations on the album, and glad it's going well so far.
Thank you so much. That was just day one. It's been an incredible week, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you.
Excellent.
Nice.
Thanks, Robin.
Love you.
All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
And
that was very cool.
And that's actually another, to keep going with my boring CD story player is, so I got this new car, and it has it doesn't have a CD player. And so I actually, instead of just getting, something else in my car, I got a portable CD player and something hook up, because I want to be able to listen to, things like Robin's CD and stuff. I like CD players in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you're live on the Knockem Dead.
Fine. I'm never
I'll get back to that.
Again. Yeah,
no, I'll get back to that. I got thrown because the phone rang. Who's this? The phone did ring, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I promise. I just got thrown because the phone rang. No, I'm with you. I am still, Mark's right. We're not current. We're old.
Yeah.
But I do. I love CDs. I love the physical And I just think the CDs sound best. I think they sound better than vinyl. They definitely sound better than 8-track and cassettes. And I think they even sound better than what you hear on your computer.
And
so
often the words are there, and like if it's
Well, you're right. I like
on the liner notes,
artwork and liner notes. I do. I love that physicality. I don't buy an album just to hear the songs. I like the whole thing.
Like sometimes I don't get a certain sentence or something, so I want to I could go on.
You can look it up.
I could look it up. Yeah, absolutely. But it's nice to have it like right there. Like, oh, what's this about?
Yeah.
So I don't know. So I missed having a CD. I've had the car for what do you think, like 6 weeks now?
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah, and I miss having a CD player. So we'll see how it goes.
And I'm a big music geek. I like the whole experience. See, if you're familiar with the movie Almost Famous. And I'm bringing this up because Cameron Crowe, who made that movie, he was just on the Tonight Show last night or the night before, and they're talking about how it looks like they're making Almost Famous into a musical, and
really?
Hopefully bringing it to Broadway. There's a scene in that movie that, if you're not familiar with the movie, it's about a kid who discovers rock and roll, and he wants to become a journalist. He's not a musician himself, so he wants to become a journalist where he talks to musicians. And he wants to work for Rolling Stone magazine. It takes place in the 70s. It's loosely based on Cameron Crowe's own life. But there's a scene in that movie where his older sister leaves him a bunch of records. She leaves home and she leaves him a bunch of records.
I love that. I totally forgot about that scene.
And there's this, and in the scene, he's going through the records and he comes across the Who's Tommy, and she leaves a little note on that one, and she says, "Listen to this one in headphones. It will change your life." And I'm totally geeking out here right now. But
goosebumps.
But that happened to me. I listened to Tommy for the first time on earphones. I was probably around 12 or 13, and I was just like, "What in the hell is this?" And it did. To this day, I love that album. Can't get enough of it. I've seen the Who do it so many times, and that album is full of artwork, and the words are crazy, and the music. The Who just wrote.
You were
anthems,
playing it like a month ago in the house. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, and so that's a part of it for me, too. I love to really just engross myself in an album, take it all in. I like to go see the person in concert when they're touring for that album. I just love the whole experience of it. I'm a big arts guy. I love going to see live performances, live plays, live stand-up. Even an opera I think I could sit through.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but I can appreciate what they're doing. I like watching the backgrounds, what the tech guys are doing, what the extras are doing. I love anything that's live.
I wouldn't mind it. I think
I don't know what the hell Shakespeare's talking about half the time, but I did a Shakespeare show and I've watched Shakespeare performances because I just love live performance. So, how do we get into this?
My car didn't have a
CDs.
CD player.
CDs, yeah. So I just love the whole experience. So I love holding CDs. CDs came out with our generation. I was 15. No, I was 16 when I got my first CD player. I was actually one of the first kids in school to have CDs.
You must have been, because you're younger than me, and I didn't get a CD player till I was like in my 20s or something.
I was 7.
I would have thought that you would have held on to the vinyl, because you probably had a lot of vinyls. Did you?
I did. I had a lot of vinyls. Eventually,
like what's a lot?
Not like. Well, not
a lot to me would be 10, but that would be like nothing to you. Probably.
It wasn't that much. Maybe not even 50. I would say anywhere between 20 and 40. But see, that was the thing too. I was just getting into music when CDs came out, so I didn't have this big giant record collection and then swapped it for CDs.
Yeah.
My development of loving music came with CDs. So, yeah, my CD collection started when I was 16.
But your CD collection wasn't just brand new stuff. Your CD collection went back to like the 60s and 70s.
I had a lot of cassettes. But the thing is, I discovered that stuff. And I went back to, I wasn't buying that stuff at the time. And, well, especially in the 70s. I mean, I was, in single digits when I was, in the 70s. So I discovered, and like the Who's Tommy came out in 69. So I didn't, so it was, 10, 12, 13 years later that I discovered it.
Yeah, like Cindy, my sister Cindy was like in, 18, 19, 20 during, the 60s.
She was born in the 1820s?
In the 1820s. That's how old she is.
Wow.
She looks great for it, though. But you would have loved her room. She had the down, in a Levitt house, she had like the downs, it was like a split level, and she had the downstairs bedroom to the right. and which is probably a crap room for heat and air conditioning, but she had like the coolest room because all her walls were lined with albums. And I'm not even kidding. There wasn't a space in her room that didn't have an album. And it was just, you'd just walk in there like you couldn't even believe it. There were, James Taylor, like all of the great.
And I do. I love that stuff. My
Neil
walls,
Young.
my walls are CDs, and I used to love that. I used to, if I'm hanging out with another music guy, I would walk into the rooms and just see all these records. I would love to pull them out, looking at them.
She had like the love beads that were hanging from the ceiling.
Well, no, I won't
She was
go
like
that far.
so cool.
We weren't Greg Brady.
She was really cool though. Like I loved going down in there and just looking around and being like,
You loved
wow.
going down in there. She loved going down in there.
In 1969, I was 3.
I remember once. If you're on Long Island, Philip Eng is the president of the Long Island Railroad. Well, I'm friends with his brother Roger. I remember the first time walking into Roger's room and just seeing wall-to-wall records and tapes and CDs. I was like, "Oh my God, this is heaven!" And just endlessly looking at his stuff. I do. I love music. I'm a big music guy, and I love comedy and music. I think just the same, but I don't know. But I can listen to music over and over. I don't listen to too much comedy over and over. Like Bill Cosby himself, I listen to. Billy Crystal's marvelous album, I listen to like crazy. But I'm not one of those guys that can buy comedy albums and listen to them like I listen to music. So.
And you will if one track has one extra word on it, you'll want to hear that album.
Yes.
So you're like.
Well, that stems from being Beatle fans. Beatle fans are freaks. They find out that there's an album that came out that has 3 more seconds of Tomorrow Never Knows, and they're rushing out to get it.
You were gone the other day, and
I'm gone right now.
And
I don't know what that means.
So I didn't talk about it because I figured you'd want to say something about it. And if it's no big deal, then tell me. But I didn't bring it up. But you were playing. I guess like the other night, Paul McCartney was in a concert. And
no big deal.
And then like Ringo Starr showed up.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to like.
Paul McCartney played a concert the other night, and Ringo Starr showed up.
Okay.
What do you? Oh, you just want me to mention that? I'm not sure what you're asking me to do.
I just
talk about that.
If you thought it was cool or not.
Oh, I thought it was really cool. It's not the first time it's happened, but I thought it was great. I thought it was really great because Ringo played. He played drums on Helter Skelter, which he hasn't done since he was in the Beatles. So I did. Yeah, I thought that was great. I think Ringo and Paul should tour together. There's no reason why they shouldn't. They still play. You know what I will say about them? Ringo Starr is freaking 80 years old.
Yeah.
He's freaking 80 years old.
He looks great. He looks like he's 60.
The guy, I'm tempted to say younger.
Well, I'm sure his body, but just like the looks of him, he looks like he looks like a healthy 60-year-old.
But that's the thing. He jumps around like you would think he's 40s or 50s. The way he moves, the way he plays, the way he jumps around on the stage.
Well, Paul McCartney's vegan. I wonder if he is too. Like I think
yes, he is.
Oh, he is too. Yeah, that's probably why.
I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. But still, I mean, even Paul, you look at him and you can see, his face is drooping. His voice, unfortunately, does not sound good. Where Ringo, I mean, not that Ringo had this great singing voice to begin with, but he can still sing and he can still do it. And no, you're right. Paul is he's in great shape too for his age. Don't get me wrong. He's 70.
Yeah, he looks great.
Paul is 70.
Poor Paul.
Seven?
You're saying he looks bad because he's standing next to Ringo and Paul.
Well,
looks
yeah,
great.
I'm not trying to say that at all. Both of them are in better shape than me. I'll tell you that.
Both of us. Yeah.
All right, so let me backtrack on some of these comments here. I saw something funny with Gina Conjemi Coffin. She had to leave for a minute because she's addicted to Amazon. And she had to hide stuff that was being delivered.
Did you order during Amazon
Amazon Day?
Amazon Day. Yeah, that got. You know what got one of the highest things that people were buying on Amazon Prime Day? Like, I mean, obviously electronics.
Yeah.
But that thing where you can find out your ancestry, that kit.
Yeah.
It got like one of the highest buys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
I got one for Christmas, and I haven't even used it yet. I got to do that. So, yeah, Jeff Bosey and Robin Eve, they agree that I shouldn't bring that bagel clown on here.
Yeah, everyone kind of did.
Oh. Tiag is calling me.
Does he not? Doesn't he know you're at work?
Tiag. Tiag. I don't know if he's even watching. All right, let's. Tiag. I have a feeling this was a butt call. Connecting Tiag's video. What does that mean? All right, I don't think he's there. There's a weird. Did you hear that? That was weird. Look at that. It's. What is that? Is my phone about to blow up? This machine will self-destruct in 5 seconds. All right, Tiag, I don't know if you're there or not, but I'm hanging up. What? It's not letting me hang up. What's going on? Oh,
Just click the side.
oh, okay. There we go. The call was dropped. All right. Tiag, if you're watching, pal, I don't know what in the world that just was.
But going back to like their diet, like their veganism, like I wonder if they like how healthy they eat, because like I was reading this thing about how Alzheimer's the risk of it could be dropped like 60% if you eat leafy vegetables and olive oil and nuts and beans and stuff like that. I wonder if they eat like that, and that's why.
Now I'm mad.
Why?
Because I took Tiag's call, so now I go back to the video of us watching of our show so I can read comments, and now it won't let me scroll all the way up because apparently I left the video to answer Tiag's call. I wanted to go back and see the comments so I can read them. Gina was talking about something with Jack's vinyl and her with Amazon.
She just says that he has like a lot of vinyl too.
There was comments about the bagel guy. Damn it! So now I can't see the comments.
Yeah.
So now it's starting all over. I'm seeing Michelle and Mark are talking. Pete Jenkins. Ringo looks younger than his kids. Yeah, his son Zach, who plays for the Who, he's funky looking. As if every day isn't Amazon Prime Day, says Ken Pichelle. So, all right. So anyway, we appreciate the phone calls, the comments, all of it. But the phone has been ringing like crazy, which is great. Keep them coming if you want. But we did start off the show talking about this. And the phone started ringing immediately, and I didn't get through it. Buy yourself a koozie. $5. Ken Bichelle bought one. Thank you, Ken. He received it. Kenny Shevlin bought one. Suzanne Fascino bought. Kenny Shevlin bought 4. Suzanne Fascino bought 4. Thank you guys for that. Robin Eve is donating $88 to us. She took $1 off of her album sales for the first 24 hours after it went on sale, which was last Friday. So we're getting a check for $88. All the money that we're raising is going towards it's going to here, the studio, Govs Radio, because we want to continue to make upgrades. Just to be totally honest, there's no budget here. I'm sure you've heard the history of the studio here. It's been here for 5 years now. Sat dormant for a while. Mike O'Toole built it. He remodeled it, so he's the man. Him and Graz are the ones who kind of kept the place alive for the first few years. But now, we came in a year and a half ago, and a bunch of other shows have come in. Teresa and Dan and Steve Squared, Felix, of course, Joe DeJesu, Joey Kola, Three's Company, the hockey guys, the Wirt I mentioned, Funny Tank, of course, and of course Anthony Rodia. If I missed any of you guys, I apologize. We're building it up, and we're always trying to raise money to put money back into the studio so that we can keep up with technology, keep up with just making everything right and as professional as possible, because we want to turn the station into a major platform for podcasts and video casts. I don't know, what do you call the video end of it? Podcast is usually just the audio, isn't it? Live streaming. How about that? So we're trying to raise money to keep it all coming, and we're hoping that it becomes a real solid platform, and we can start getting real advertising and make some real money for everybody involved, and make this our full-time jobs. So it's off to we're still in our infancy as far as we're concerned. So you guys are all a part of that, and we appreciate it very much. So that's where this, so $88 is great and it's appreciative, but obviously it's not gonna change the world in here. So we're looking to raise a lot of money. These koozies Gina was nice enough to get 10 of them made. I think we've sold them all. Yes. Mm-hmm. In fact, I think this one I hold in my hand is the only one left. So we're probably this was basically an experiment to see if they would sell. So we'll make more. We'll get shirts. We'll get hats made, and we're gonna branch it out so that all the shows get stuff like this. So you can order them for any show. Maybe just a general Govs radio, or maybe you want a Teresa koozie. We're gonna broaden it, and we want to keep this going, and we want to get bigger names too. We got Joey Kola, we got Anthony Rodia, we got Chris Roach, but we're hoping to keep the big names in here. This is Governors. It's the home of New York comedy. Again, like we said in the beginning of the show today, so many big, huge comedians have come through here. Kevin James has come through here. Eddie Murphy, Joey Kola, Jackie the Joke Man, Martling. I mean, so many big, giant comedians have come through here. And there's still plenty more that are still coming through. Pete Davidson is here this weekend. I would say,
like you're doing your closing spiel or something.
What happened?
I feel like you're doing your closing spiel, like you're going with all the comedians and stuff.
Oh, I'm just saying who's around.
Okay. And if you do want to order a koozie, just contact Eric, because he'll tell you how to pay him and stuff.
You can contact Gina. Gina? Are you
really?
still there?
Is Gina doing it? I thought Eric was doing it.
Well, yeah, Gina just gives her email address every day. Gina, what's the Gmail? It's excuse me, I don't have it with me here. I don't know if she's still. Well, we're on a delay too, but I'm going to start bringing it in with me so I have it until I know it by heart. But Gina, is it Gina at Govs Radio? Gina Govs Radio at Gmail, something like that. Contact us. We'll get it to you. Don't worry. So we're trying to build the place up. So that's where the money's going. We appreciate all the support. I'll take 4, but I have to pay you in person. I don't know how to do it online. Okay, Bonnie. Thank you, Bonnie. And speaking of Bonnie, the Long Island Laugh-Off continued last night. I don't know who was picked to keep going, but congratulations to whoever you guys are. Govs Radio at Optimum.net. There it is. All right, I'm writing it down right now. Govs Radio at Optimum.net.
And she says to send your ideas for what you'd want to get. Hats, shirts, koozies, mugs. And just let her know what you guys are interested in, and she'll make that happen.
Nice.
Bonnie's also saying that her mom ate a very healthy diet, and she's still got Alzheimer's. So there goes my theory.
Oh, all right. Forget it. Eat McDonald's every day.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it because we have to, you and I have to fast tonight to go to the doctor tomorrow.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, like you said yesterday, we were talking about it last night. If we don't eat anything past 9 o'clock at night, who cares?
7.
7?
Yeah, you were saying 9. And I'm like, why are you eating at 9 o'clock at night anyway? If we're going to fast, why not, at least not eat anything past 7? Just one day where we don't eat anything past 7. It's 9 o'clock blood work. It's not like we have 3 o'clock in the afternoon blood work where we're going to be starving.
9 o'clock is the appointment.
Yeah, he's a doctor that takes a little bit. So it could be 10:30 blood work.
You're talking...
I love this
You're
doctor,
talking
though.
almost 16 hours of not eating. I'm Italian and I'm overweight, damn it.
Most people that are healthy don't eat past 7.
Well, that's my point here. I'm not one of those people. I am not one of those people.
Every day they don't eat past 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just one day in our lives where we'll eat healthy people.
I will not survive it.
Like Ringo Starr. Ringo Starr would not eat past
Ringo Starr's
7.
80. He probably goes to bed at 7.
Well, let's go to bed early.
No, we're going to see... Where are we going tonight? We're going to see David Clark tonight?
Yeah, and you know what? He just posted,
What?
I'm getting ready for my gig. Yeah, he's not getting ready for his gig here.
It is 12 noon. He is not here, and I have not heard from him.
He's not in town?
I don't know. He's
That's what I
playing.
mean.
He's playing right in this town tonight. In this town.
He played last night
on Long Island.
On Long Island, and he's playing again tonight. So if he stayed in town and you asked him to come on the show and he didn't even contact you or bother to tell you,
my guess
very,
is
very bad.
My guess is that because he is a flat lever who lives in Jersey, so my guess is that he went home last night. And he's coming back today. Even though it doesn't make sense. We're totally going to pick on you, flat leavers. Him and that other Billy Joel guy, Del Judas. You make your Long Island money and then you hightail it out of here.
Yeah, well, at least Del Judas came in a couple of times to say hi.
That's true. He has been here a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yep.
No, David too.
No, David didn't come in.
He's never been in.
He hasn't been in.
He's been on the phone many times.
I wouldn't say many. And he's never been in.
What would you qualify as many? Give me a number. 7.
Many to me would be anything over 4, I would think would be many.
Oh, he's done at least 4.
You think he's called in 4 times? I don't think so.
Either he's called or we called him. He's been on the phone more than 4 times.
All right. I still think he needs to come in here. At least once.
Oh, absolutely he needs to come in here, yes. Well, many people need to come in here. You know, Paul McCartney needs to come in here. You know, Martin Scorsese needs to come in here. Steve Martin needs to come in here. Michael Rappaport, who's here on Monday, he needs to come in here.
Oh, that'd be fun. I like him.
I tried reaching out to him. I have not heard.
You?
I have not heard from him.
Oh.
Bonnie says her good friend John Olivero was picked last night, so he made the second round. Congratulations to him. He's one of these guys that I don't know. I've never met John. I think we did see him once do his
we saw him.
Yeah. But congratulations to him. Congratulations to all you guys who made it to the second round of the Long Island Laugh-Off.
And if you didn't, it's cool. Then you tried and, you
Absolutely.
know, just, you know,
the fact that you were there. Right. Not everybody's going to make it every year. Best of luck if you try it again next year. You know, it's you know, you can't win them all. And even some of the funnier guys around here, may not make it. But they'll try it again next year. Or maybe they made it the year before. Now it's other people's turn. Like Bonnie, for example. She didn't go all the way with it last year, but now she's moving up to the second round. So hopefully she's I'd love to see Bonnie, get up there to the final round.
Yeah.
Although I will say I'm surprised Vinnie Mara didn't make it. And I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not knocking the judges or any of the other contestants. I just personally, and I haven't seen everybody, so I don't know. But Vinnie, I love his stand-up. I love it. I think he's got quite the energy.
He worked with us on murder mysteries for a while, and then he said he wanted to try stand-up. And he would try, like he would like come to the rehearsal and try out a joke or two. And from the time he started writing jokes for stand-up to the time when he actually went on and did it was a really short amount of time. And it was like some of the jokes I was like, oh man, I don't know Vinny. And he worked on it and he worked on it and he worked on it. And then when we came and we watched him the first time, I was like I get like a mother. Like I'm like, oh man, if this doesn't go well, I'm gonna feel really bad for him because you're just out there on stage, and he was so amazing. Like, and I wasn't even just like wow, proud mother or something. Like I was just like I couldn't believe how good and funny and like sharp. He was so great. So I am really. Like you said, you don't know who else was, running against him, but I loved his stand-up.
Yeah, I think he's great. So I was... all right, so July 28th, Bonnie's in the second round. So let's see. Do we have anything? We'll have to try and make that and support Bonnie.
What date is it?
July 28th.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was reading something.
Bonnie, is that the first day of the second round? See, like I said yesterday, I'm not up on the laugh-off. I don't know, exactly what the nights are, what rounds are. And is the list of who made the second round available somewhere? I wonder if it's on. Govs.com or something yet.
Yeah, you think they posted or something, or
I don't know.
Do we just have to go in there and ask like John Truson for a list or something?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know if they posted it somewhere or not. I'd love to know. I love Vinnie Mara and was sad he didn't make it. We met at the Laugh-Off last year. Yeah. Again, the Laugh-Off brings, even if you don't make it, it's still some exposure. And for you guys out there, I highly recommend going to see it so you can see some of the, local people. Because most of them are fantastic. There seems to be a lot of great. I mean, it's been like this probably since the 70s and 80s. just the comics that come out of Long Island. There's a lot of great people that have come out of Long Island. Actually, going back to the 60s, Lenny Bruce was from Mineola. There's just a lot of great comedians that come out of the island. So, so congratulations, John Olivero. Congratulations to Vinny. Well, congratulations to Vinny just doing it last night. But congratulations, Bonnie.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, God.
No, that's fine.
With the Netflix show, or maybe it's Amazon, the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel show. I don't know if you've caught any of it.
I know of it. I've never seen it.
One of her good friends in the industry
is Bonnie Scalise.
No.
Oh.
Is Lenny Bruce. Like, they bring that character back, and it's him during his struggles. And
is this show based on a true story or something? Or
no,
are they just...
but there are some things that are no, it isn't. But the essence of him, and how he starts out and his life and the things that he'll say, like, you'll look up and you're like, oh yeah, he did do that. And the man who plays the role will kind of reenact him on certain shows and stuff, and it's really cool because I didn't really experience him before the show, but like he kind of catches your eye and you're like, oh, like, who's this character? And they just do it really well. It's a very good show, and they he's not on all the time, the character, right. But when he is, it really is one of the better episodes. So I thought it was interesting.
We'll have to watch. There's a movie. Was it Dustin Hoffman that played him? I think Dustin Hoffman played Lenny Bruce in the movie.
I could see that.
He's great, though. Or was great. Jeff Siegel is watching. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Where the hell you been? Bonnie says they did not post the names yet. July 28th is the first night of the second round, she said. Glad she wasn't a judge because there were some great comics last night. All right,
yeah, it must be really difficult. That's why they have. That's why they have like kind of rules, because like it can't just all be subjective. It right. has to be. Well, yeah. I mean, you look at that list. You get points for how many people you bring in that say your name. You get points for like if you stick to the time frame that you have to stick to, and they're really strict about that. They're strict to like.
It's more than that.
Original work.
You can't go too much under the time frame either.
Yeah, they're really specific. I mean, they
you
want
can't go
you to be
over
able,
or under. You have to kind of hit it.
If you think about it, if you're going to be like someone who is a great stand-up comic who does this for a living, you have to be like the Joey Colas, where like someone will say to you, like Joey Cola will walk through this hallway just thinking about, what plants he's going to plant in his yard. And someone will say, hey, you want to do 7 minutes? And, he'll be like, sure. And he does 7 minutes,
Right. And he knows
and he doesn't even think about it.
And he knows exactly what jokes he's telling in those 7 minutes as well.
Right.
But that's a seasoned professional, too. I mean,
that's what I mean. They're training them to be that seasoned professional.
Sure.
It's really important. You can't be asked to be on stage and take 15 minutes when you've been given 5 minutes, or vice versa, because they have to plan for the night. And so it's a training mechanism that you have to be really good at, and you get a point for that.
And like Bonnie said, I'm glad too I wasn't a judge, because between liking most of the comics that are here, almost all of them, and then just, personal, some of them are personal friends, especially the, not last night, I think it was this past Sunday's lineup. I mean, half that list were people that I'm friends with. I'm like, son of a bitch, how would I vote for that?
I know, but it has to have original work, because, one of the things that, like, I mean, I don't do stand-up, but I'm like, I hang around with these people a little bit now. And one of the things that you hear from them is, oh, that guy got that joke from this guy. That guy got that from her 20 years ago.
Well, I was going to say that you hear a lot.
You hear it a lot. So they're training these new comics not to annoy people. Be on time, use the time, hopefully, have like original work that isn't taking it just because you heard it from someone else. You can't, elaborate on it. There's like a lot of rules. So
Danielle says, yes, Lenny Bruce was played by Dustin Hoffman, directed by Bob Fosse. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we should definitely see that movie. He was, Lenny Bruce kind of set the tone there, man, for what comedians are today.
Yeah.
I don't think there'd be a Carlin if it wasn't for Lenny Bruce.
The who? Carlin?
No. The Who is music. They play music. My generation, you might know them. Lenny Bruce was not involved in their history. I don't think they.
You don't know that.
They may have known. They may have met, but one was in England, one was in New York. George Carlin was a comedian. He's dead now, but he was a comedian.
And Lenny Bruce, all dead.
Right.
Dead.
Eric Shevlin, dead.
Because they ate after 7 o'clock at night.
Oh, is that what happened?
That's why.
So when we go, are we going to David Clark tonight? Is that what we're doing? If it's not too hot, it might be hot, man.
But it'll be at nighttime.
Yeah, is it going to cool off that much?
Yeah, why not?
The Fascino brothers are playing down at Jones Beach. It'll be cooler down there. All you people out there, you have a lot of great choices tonight. You got J.P. Justice playing here at Governor's in Levittown. You got Rich Voss playing the Brokerage in Belmore. You got all sorts of great stuff happening there. You got Ben Moore playing the McGuires. You got David Clark playing at in Levittown. You got the Fascino brothers playing at Jones Beach. There's all sorts of great stuff happening. What do you choose? What will you choose?
I'm just laughing because you keep doing your end stuff. It's just hilarious.
I'm not doing my end stuff. I'm just talking about all these great things that are happening. But if you do see David, or if you go see the Fascino brothers at Jones Beach, don't forget to bring your koozie. And if you don't have a koozie, you're going to regret it tonight. You're going to go, especially in this heat. You're going to go to one of these shows. You say, oh man, my drink is not staying cold, and it's condensation and drying up, and it's a mess. And then Kenny Shevlin will turn to you and say, well, I have my, in my Kenny Shevlin voice, I have my Knockem Dead Comedy Govs Radio floozy. I said floozy.
Floozy, you did.
Because I had in my head, rhyme with floozy.
Yeah, well, it's good you remember, because you only remembered one day. Like, you remembered 24 hours of the word floozy, and then you lost it again. You kept calling them cozies.
What is my brain fart with the word koozie? What is going on?
You did fine. You've
Not
been
really.
doing... So, did you hear about Kevin Spacey?
I did not. Let me just read Jeff Bosey's comment.
Oh.
Always try to have the original material, be professional on stage, and know what kind of crowd you're performing in front of. Absolutely right. Now, and that's one of the reasons. And I won't. I didn't forget you had something. But
that's fine. We could talk about this.
Okay, I will agree with you, Jeff, because Knockem Dead Comedy doesn't do stand up, but we're in the comedy world, hence the name Knockem Dead Comedy. And our shows, we don't cross, although nowadays we cross paths a little bit more with stand-up. But I've been doing dinner theater, murder mystery shows for over 20 years. So I didn't cross paths with you guys a lot, as much as I do now. But I agree. We're both in a very similar world. And yeah, you have to know your audience. We cater a lot to the type of audience we're in front of.
Yeah.
If there's kids out there or not. We're performing at a church. Okay, obviously this has got to be family friendly.
Although,
no cursing.
I got to tell you,
but
people
sometimes that
the
happens.
Churches
sometimes the
are
church
the
crowd.
raciest.
But even then, you still. So it's but Jeff's right. Even if you're at a show, and I think that goes for us, and it definitely goes for the stand-up comedians when they're backstage. They got to pay attention. Just like when we're on stage, or if one of our characters doesn't get out there yet, you have to pay attention from backstage. You got to listen. What's getting the laughs? Oh, someone gave a little innuendo there, and they laughed the most at that. All right, so I can go there now.
Right.
Or someone gave an innuendo, and I heard crickets. Okay, we're avoiding the innuendos tonight.
Sure.
You have to listen. You have to pick up on those things. So you're absolutely right, Jeff. It's not just going out there and telling jokes. It's the presentation. It's your energy. It's original material. It's filling up the right time. And I like using Jackie the Joke Man Martling as an example. Because most people, if they want to try and do a comedy act out of telling jokes, they're going to be booed off the stage. For many reasons. But you take a guy like Jackie, I mean, it's phenomenal every single time you see him. Every single time. And it's because of the energy he brings. It's because of of his delivery. It's his response. It's the way he responds to the audience. It's his timing. Timing is huge, too. Timing is very huge. And it's and even the jokes he tells. He won't sit there and tell you, the same joke that you heard, over and over for the past 2 months. He'll tell you a joke. 90% of these jokes you'd never heard before.
No, that's not true. Like, I think that's one of the things about him that, like, is a little different is he does tell jokes. It's not all his original work. I mean, a lot of the jokes are his stuff, but
no, that's not true at all.
Really?
Most of these jokes are not his.
That's what I just said.
Right. Oh, that's what you said?
That's what I just said.
So I thought you said they're original.
No, I said, a lot of the jokes are his, but most of his stuff they're not original.
Oh.
So it's both.
Most of the jokes aren't his. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So he is like a little different from comics have to write their own stuff, and they're really strict about that. So it's just a little different thing. Like he's different in a lot of ways, and it works for him, and everyone knows it about him, and he's very honest about it. But it is like the delivery, and he's so funny.
The point I'm making is that there's just so much that goes into it. It's not just a matter of going up there and telling a joke of any kind.
Right.
Hello, Carlo. Nice to see you. Jeff says, like, you and Eric did a great job in the main room in front of those kids. I don't know about that. I appreciate you saying that. But all right, you know what? Yeah, I guess that is kind of my point. We went up there because that was the thing. Kids are tough. Kids are probably, in my opinion, the toughest audience out there.
And they were already
this was a feisty bunch.
They were already spent.
Now, if we went out there with the mindset of we're just going to tell jokes and try to come across like, we're funny, these kids would have killed us. They would have crucified us. But we went out there with the mindset, again, because it's presentation, it's energy. And one thing we definitely had was energy. We're silly up there, we were loud, but we also had the right mindset. We came out there with, hey guys, we're going to tell you bad jokes. So we set the tone, and we were almost working together with that mindset of bad jokes. If we went out there thinking that we were funny with these bad jokes, they would have killed us.
And who's telling the worst bad joke?
Right. We were acknowledging that these jokes were bad, so we were almost, we were on the same page. So, so that's what I mean. You can't always. So your attitude, and that was our presentation. Hey, we're going to tell you bad jokes now. Instead of going out, our presentation was not, why did chicken cross the road to get to the other side? We weren't fake. We weren't trying to push us off like, hey, we're hysterical comedians. So I do think it worked. Was it? I didn't think it was great.
Well, you had
we had 10-minute notice.
You had 10-minute notice that you were going to be going and doing that, and I think you did. Coming up with that was brilliant, and you both did an amazing job for 10 minutes. Notice.
They Bonnie says we were great too. I appreciate that, Bonnie. And I'll be honest, I've been wanting to take Trusin's comedy class for a while, and after doing that, I definitely got. I don't want to say I got the bug, like I got bit by the comedy bug. I can't wait to stand up again, but it definitely enhanced my desire to try the class. My weakness is content. I have trouble coming up with stuff that I can write. Even the murder mysteries. I've been suffering from writer's block for a few years now. Because we have our thematic shows. We have a wedding. We have a family reunion. We have a high school reunion. Everything is a theme. So now I'm starting to run out of themes to write about and even bits and jokes to make within the show. And even the shows we currently have, I'm always tweaking them and changing them.
Yeah, it's not like you've written in 2 years. You tweak each show all the time. You're always printing new scripts for us to do. Right.
So it's tough, and I've been having trouble coming up. I have trouble. I've written a few. I've written all the shows that we do, but I am having it doesn't come that easy. It's hard to do a lot of the times, and especially now, I'm having trouble coming up with ideas to write another show. But it's the same thing with stand-up comedy. I just don't know if I could. I struggle with writing, in that style, just going up there on my own. I'm usually better as a character, Maybe I don't know. Maybe I should go up there as a character. I don't know, but so I don't know. It's a very tough job. It's very tough, but that's my weakness is content. But I would love to try Trusin's comedy class and see what can happen. All right, so now you said you had a Kevin Spacey story, but before we do that, why don't you do the sponsors? We haven't done them yet.
Okay. Bella Vista Pizza. Bella Vista Pizza will deliver the most amazing food to you. Pizza, pasta, chicken wings, or you can go in there to their nice restaurant and order from them. It's a family-owned restaurant. They're located in Plainview at 154 Minetto Hill Road. Their phone number is 516-433-4464. If you are in the market of listing your home or wanting to buy a home, please contact Gina Conjemi Coffin. She works for Signature Premier Properties, and her phone number is 631-495-7696. Gina will work so hard for you, she'll make your
head spin. Bonnie says that John actually said hello to her and congratulated her for making the second round.
Oh, that's
Is
nice.
that a rarity, Bonnie? Does John not say hi to you that much? And don't forget Lemon Auto Sales, 506 West Old Country Road in Hicksville, 516-719-0444. Want to get a new car, can't afford one? Why don't you get yourself a used car that runs like new over there at Lemon Auto Sales? You can see his full inventory at lasalesny.com, lasalesny.com. Head on, check out their full inventory. It's pictures, all the information you need right there. And he gives you good deals. Greg is the best. Tell him Knockem Dead Comedy sent you. You get a free oil change on your first return visit, and you get a free air freshener. Jeff Bosie says, you'll learn how to do stand-up. You'll learn how to do it. Stand-up is another art, but you'll learn just fine, Tony. You're very good while on the spot. Well, thanks, Jeff. That's very nice. Robin says I should go for it. Bonnie said she loved the class. All right, do we know when the next class is?
Nope.
I'll have to ask. All right, so you have a Kevin Spacey story.
Well, not a story, just like he's been in the news. Yeah. What have you heard so far about
Kevin
Spacey?
You mentioned him like a week or so ago, didn't you? Said he wasn't cleared of charges, or was he? What happened?
He just got cleared. So,
that's what happened today?
Yeah. So they
cleared of everything?
Yeah. So he was only brought up on charges for one person. Like there were all the stuff in the news, and then he was let go from places because of the stuff that came about.
Right.
But then he was brought up on criminal charges for one, young man over 18.
Right. Oh, that's what you had mentioned last week. The one man, he was considering dropping it on the criminal level because he wanted to go after him on a civil level.
Well, it was
correct?
dropped on the criminal level.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he was going to go after him for the civil, and
Right.
then he stopped. He wanted
He's
to drop
stopping that too?
Yeah, he wanted to drop the charges for the God, I just went blank.
You're right.
Civil, and because you remember, like a couple of weeks ago, both the mother and the father had gotten their hands on the cell phone that had the pictures and the texts and stuff.
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, and then
That's how this came about. This kid's mother and father found pictures of him and Kevin Spacey.
No, I mean he had the cell phone. He told everyone what was going on, and then charges were brought. But then I think maybe Kevin Spacey and his group, maybe they gave him a whole bunch of money. Like no one's really sure why, but it's kind of like alluding to how he's backing off because maybe he's like being paid behind the scenes or something.
Okay.
So then then they couldn't even find the cell phone. And that was like last week.
Oh, that I remember hearing. Okay.
Yeah.
The cell phone.
And,
wow.
And then they brought him up there they brought the kid up there to, testify, and he just got on the stand and pleaded the fifth. So.
No kidding.
And what happens with the fifth? If you don't say anything, you can just do that, or you have to go to jail or have a penalty against you? Don't they make you? Isn't pleading the fifth you're putting some risk to yourself? Otherwise, wouldn't everyone get up there and do that?
I think, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I think it can go either way if you plead the fifth. I think sometimes you get in trouble, other times you may not. I think it depends on what you're pleading the fifth on. I could be completely wrong about that, and my apologies for my ignorance. That is something I feel I should know. But you guys correct me if I'm wrong there. But either way, that's amazing that happened.
Yeah, so it was dropped, so who knows?
See, but
maybe they had something against him.
Well, that's the interesting thing, because now immediately, first off, and again, correct me if I'm wrong in this case, did the pictures ever surface? You're talking about his parents claim they saw them. But did they ever surface?
Yeah, I think it was text or something, like mostly just like text.
Either way, whatever they were.
Not to interrupt you, but I think the fifth is that you don't want to incriminate yourself, isn't it?
Right.
Isn't that what that means?
That's what it is. But you're asking can you get in trouble for pleading the fifth?
So maybe they did have something on him that he wanted to back the way off of.
Well, right. That's where I was going. Chris Thomas, I'll get to your comment in a second. That's what I'm saying. Something like this happens, everybody just assumes that Kevin Spacey, in this case, Kevin Spacey threw out a bunch of money at this kid. Instead of the assumption, well, maybe the kid was lying, or maybe the kid did something. Maybe he, like everybody just assumes that. And I'm not saying I think Kevin Spacey is innocent. I honestly don't know enough. I didn't follow it enough.
Yeah.
Even if I did follow it, I think a lot of the cases that we claim to follow it closely. We're not there. We don't know the ins and outs. So I'm the first to say I don't know enough about Kevin Spacey or this case, but I just think it's interesting how something like there's a drastic change in this, and everybody just automatically thinks that the person was paid off.
Right.
And which could be the case too. That could be the case most of the time.
It could be because he wasn't the only one. It was the only one that they wanted to press charges, but there were a lot of people saying that things were happening.
Say that again?
Well, he wasn't the only one saying that Kevin Spacey groped him. He was just one in a whole line of people.
Oh, it was also like a Cosby thing? Like a lot of people were coming out saying...
There were a lot of people that were bringing it up, and a lot of the people were underage. I think that was the big deal.
See, I thought that was the thing with him. I thought it wasn't underage.
No, it was. I think that was the problem. I think that's why he was pretty much... dropped from a lot of the shows because it was more icky than, a 30-year-old. So, yeah. So.
All right, but if other people came forward, well, then. And if they're underage and other people came forward, nobody needs to sue him. He should just be arrested for that.
Yeah.
So why wasn't he?
I don't know.
We should get Kevin Spacey on the show and ask him these questions.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Thomas.
Free now. He's not going to jail or anything.
True.
So.
And I'm sure that's just what he wants to do. Is come. Chris Thomas says they're starting to promote my show with snippets of the celebrities on social media. All right, so does that mean, Chris, that you can tell us who some of the celebrities are that was on this show with you? Chris Thomas is talking about she was on the Match Game, the current Match Game that Alec Baldwin is hosting. I mean, this was got to be what? Almost 2 years ago she filmed this damn thing?
No.
At least a year.
No.
It's at least a year.
Yeah, at least not 2 years because we were...
I said almost.
She was
be almost 2 years.
Yeah, she was excited. It was probably not quite a year.
You're saying it's been less than a year since she filmed it? I'm saying at least a year.
All right, a year. I'll give you a year, but not 2.
Okay. So those of you who don't know what we're talking about, our friend Chris Thomas, our good friend Chris Thomas, she was on the Match Game. And she's been here several times. She's part of our extended family. But she has not been able to tell us anything about her experience on the Match Game because she signs confidentiality agreements. So she can't talk about it until after the episode airs. We don't know if she won. We don't know who was on the show. We know nothing about her experience on being on Match Game. She couldn't tell us about her one-night stand with Alec Baldwin. I didn't just say that, did I?
You just lost a whole bunch of money for her.
Sorry, Chris. Just rewind.
In a minute and 15 seconds, everyone's going to know.
I wonder if we can get Alec Baldwin in here to talk about Chris Thomas. She says take a look. Take a look at what? Running. Where do we find these snippets? What would be on YouTube? You have the comments there?
Yeah.
All right, so you'll keep track of that while
sure.
I see if I can take a look. Let me see what's on YouTube.
Yeah.
I guess... Or actually, you know what? I wonder if I just Google Match Game.
Bonnie said that she was excited that John congratulated her because John is moody.
Let's see. So where do we find it? Match Game Wikipedia. Is there a website, matchgame.com or something? Chris, help me out here. Where do we find it? Match Game ABC on Facebook. All right, so let me go on Facebook.
Yeah, I wonder if Gina knows like the ins and outs of Kevin Spacey, like that whole like thing. She seems to have like a heartbeat on the celebrity.
Yeah, I wonder if. I wonder what she knows about this. Oh, I wonder. Oh, all right. 1 day ago. All right. Let's see. All right. Let me put it up on there. Let me do the screen thing.
Oh, she said go to Match Game Facebook page.
Yeah.
Is that what you just did?
I'm way ahead of you.
Okay. I'm a minute and 15 seconds behind.
Caroline Ray.
What? You know, it would help if I had this plugged in. Oh, do I not have the thingy? Oh, I didn't bring the attachment. All right. I'll just hold it up to the mic. You guys got it on there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so here we go. Chris, tell me if this is your show. I hope it is.
Tonight's panel are legends in comedy, television, stage, but mostly in their own minds. Let's welcome
That
Mario
Alex.
Cantone, Raven Simone, Hassan Minaj,
Who the hell
Caroline
is
Ray, Wayne Newton, Sandra Bernhard. Did you know Mr. Entertainment himself, Wayne Newton, is so rich?
How rich is he?
His pool has a pool.
What the hell? Are you kidding?
Chris, are you on it though?
Oh,
on the snippets?
I'll play this. No, oh, what the hell? What happened there? What did I just do here? Now this is good. We were just talking about The Who
Yeah.
before.
I love this. I could watch this forever.
Another guy, I mean, The Who are pushing 80. These guys still sound great, too. So, all right, so Chris, was that your episode? Is that your panel of judges? First off, what a weak panel of judges. Secondly, Alec Baldwin, I'm sorry, is not funny. He's got a pool in his pool. What? I mean, I know obviously that was bad.
Yes.
And he knew it was bad, but...
Wayne Newton was like...
Yeah, Wayne Newton was embarrassed. He's like, I'm going to fire my manager for putting me up here. But I mean, who the hell was that guy? Hassan, what was it? Hassan Sanj? What? Who?
He's an actor.
Raven Simone. Callan Raya. Get out of here.
It's amazing how good they could make this sound with these cheesy kid instruments. Isn't that great? All right, we got a call.
Oh, do we?
Mm-hmm.
It's, is it Chris? Hey, you're live on the Knockem the Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
Hi, it's Chris Thomas.
Hi, Chris Thomas.
Hi, I'm sorry. So I get a delay to see your stuff, and then I have a delay responding, so it's painful for me. I'm sure it's painful for everyone else.
Sorry.
So that is not my show. Like Mario Cantone is not my show. It's it's the past two shows. Anything since last show. So Mario was on last Wednesday, which was 2 days ago.
Okay.
And so anything they've posted on Thursday or today is promoting the show that I will be on.
Oh, well, that's what that video was. It said it was a day old. So that would have been yesterday.
Yeah, but it's today and tomorrow. Like,
yeah.
It's today. Like today's show, not yesterday's show.
I can confirm that is not my episode with Mario Cantone.
All right, but
I would have loved to have me. But the latest post.
All right, but if it's the latest, that means it's out there, which means you can tell us, no?
I don't think so. I just
Really?
say, look at it. Just look at Facebook.
All right.
I don't know. They scared the hell out of me.
Are they mobsters? Did they threaten violence on you?
She doesn't want to blow it in the last day. Like she's... hey,
The
Chris.
contract was 10 pages long, and even my lawyer was like, holy S.
Holy F.
Chris, when did you film it? How long ago?
Almost a year ago. I want to say like last August, like a year ago August.
Okay.
All right, so if I ask you about a person that was on it, you can say yes at this point or no?
I guess so, if you can ask me, because
Well,
they're promoting the show.
An hour ago, they posted a picture of Caitlyn Jenner on the match game.
Correct.
Caitlyn Jenner was on yours?
She was. Yes, she was.
Wow. And now I don't know. There's an African American guy next to her who I recognize, but I don't know his name. It says Jay. That's what it says in front of him.
I think it's Jay Farrow. I think he's a comedian.
Okay.
He might be on SNL. Is that terrible? I don't.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I think you're right. I think it is SNL. All right. See, now the only videos I'm seeing are the Mario Cantone video.
No video. It's just stills they're putting up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you said they were doing snippets, like meaning a
I'm
short
sorry.
video.
I just meant like a snapshot.
All right. So now I'm seeing.
I thought a snippet was like a small video.
But I see yesterday at 11 a.m. They posted a picture of. I don't even know who this is. It says Kim, K-Y-M. She looks like Jackie.
She's an actress. I don't know her. She does.
But was she one of yours?
She was.
And then next to her is that guy from Rob from The Hangover. He played the cop. I forget his last name.
Fantastic. He was, yes.
But
Rob Riggle.
Yes, that's him. He's a funny guy.
Oh yeah. I like
All right,
him.
so we have four of your judges. So what are we down? We need what? We need to figure out two more.
Yeah, there's 6 total contestants.
Right. So have the other ones been posted or no?
No, and I can't even remember. You know what? I can remember 2 others, but there's got to be 6. So, you know what? I can remember. Rob Riggle, Jay Farrow. Who was? Tell me who's on the screen with you. Rob Riggle, Jay Farrow.
Right. Whoever this Kim lady is and Caitlyn Jenner. That's all we have so far.
Caitlyn Jenner's so tall.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It's almost like
I'm
she's a
guessing
man.
like 3-inch heels.
Well, now did you get to?
That was like one remarkable thing.
Did you get to meet these people outside of taping the show? Like, did you meet them backstage or anything?
No.
No.
You're no.
It sounds like they were really strict across the board.
They were really strict, but I have to say, really nice. Everybody was so.
Do you have to say that because that was in the 10-page?
It was not. It wasn't. But everyone was really. It was it was like for my own experience, like my own issues. It was like I had ups and downs, but they make it with staying within to protect the game. The staff does a good. I feel like.
Did you know who the judges were before you went out on stage or no?
They show you a lot of people, and they'll show you like 25 people, and you just have to make sure that you have no connection with them at the beginning of your day, because that would be a conflict of interest.
Right. Okay.
Tony Walker from Knockem Dead Comedy is one of the celebrities. I would have to raise my hand and be like, that is a conflict of interest. I can't be with Tony Walker.
Well, you can.
No, you can't.
Oh, I forget. So
you could not be. Right.
All right. So you see those 20 pictures, and then you just know that 6 out of those 20 are going to be on the show with you.
Yeah, you could have them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Bye.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll keep.
And there were people that had to say, like, like this sounds crazy, but I know we're on a separate note. We're talking about a comedian that's coming, right? So, like, if that person was on the show, I would have to say I have had Instagram contact with him. I can't. It's a conflict of interest. You would have to be very forthcoming with that.
Oh, and it has to be that minute. You can say, yeah, I commented on I commented on Caitlyn Jenner's Instagram post last week. You have to say something as silly as that.
No, but with can I just say who we're talking about? With Rappaport, those are direct messages.
Yes.
So I would have to say, no, I have direct message that person. It could be their PR person for all I know, but as far as it looks, I'm having contact with it. I cannot proceed.
Okay, got it. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that page and see what else is cooking.
Exciting, yeah, a little tidbit that I didn't disclose they did.
That's right, and looking forward to the big show this coming Wednesday. Now, all right, so you actually did have direct contact with Rappaport about coming on our show?
I didn't. I will happily, but I would not. I would never try to represent you without talking to you first.
Oh, you have
do that.
You have full.
He was on
Go
my
ahead.
friend's show. Well, in the past, do you know the show Atypical?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I follow him. I follow Michael Rappaport. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah.
I followed him for months, for years probably, and then I stumbled upon this Atypical, and I found it surprising. I just think the show is just so amazing for so many reasons that he never talks about it on his Instagram. So I just happened to write to him, like, listen, I just want to let you know that this show is really amazing. You should, like, I'm surprised you never shared about it. It could be really, I think you should share it. Like, the world needs to see this incredible piece of art, like work. I think it's, great for many reasons. But as a mom of an atypical, it has a special place in me. So
yeah, he plays the dad of this like amazing kid who has autism, but he's really highly functioning, and he's just trying to make his way through the world in this. And he spends a great deal of time with typical people, and it's just beautifully done. And he plays the dad, and he doesn't have like a very large role, but every time he walks in and he is either spending time with his wife or spending time with his kid, I think he's a great actor. I really do. And he does a fantastic job. Like he's just has like a soft sweetness about him and a realness about him, and he brings a lot to the role, in my opinion. Is there more than one season? Because I only saw one season.
I think he mentioned, so he was on my friend Rob's show 2 days ago. He called in and did a radio interview with my friend Rob. So because I always love to let people know, like, people listen to Rob's interview. Like, like if I heard someone on you, I'd be like, I love letting people know, like, positive feedback. So I messaged him yesterday morning, great interview on Rob's show. And within 2 minutes, I get back just a thanks.
Oh, that's cool.
I was, and
yeah, that's great.
I even said to, so then I even said to Rob, like, how this man must be so busy. How it's got to be his person. And he's like, you never know, it might be him. And I will also say this. When they were setting up the interview, I just happened to be with Rob at the time, is texting Rob directly. So he seems to be pretty hands-on and down to earth. So that's why I say, I don't know, I think you should just send him an Instagram message. I think that he'll respond. Well, and I mean, like, who is he to respond to me? Like, I'm a dumb viewer watching his show, like, writing, I love your show, and he writes back, thanks.
Well, that was the thing. I wrote back to you because I type in Michael Rappaport on Instagram. I can't find him. I find all these other people.
Are you spelling it? He's only got it's not like PP. There's no PP.
Right.
So I sent you the link. You should be able to identify it with the picture.
I feel bad for a guy that has no PP.
I know. Maybe,
I didn't.
Maybe that's
see
why
you
he
sent the
has
link.
so much time to write you back, because he doesn't have a PP.
Oh.
That explains his anger. No, it's Michael Rapaport. See, there's no PP.
Right.
And it's that. I wonder if I could share it with you somehow.
Well, I just saw your response. My apologies. I didn't see it before. So let me.
I'm going to send you one of his links so that you can see it. It's just his latest link. But, yeah, even if you can get a call in, I think that...
Yes. Oh, I got it now. The official...
He's right up. But he's going to be at Monday. I mean, see if he's going to be there Monday. What time is the show? Do you know? I haven't looked into it, but I do want to go. I just don't know what time the show is.
I don't know off the top of my head. What do you suggest? Do I just write him publicly on Instagram, or do I send him a message?
No, direct message him, because that's what I do, and that's how I get my response.
Got it. Doing it right now.
See that little thing in the corner? That's what I actually took a screen snap of our dialogue, and you can see, like, it's once a year I write him something, but he does respond.
I am typing it as we speak.
There, March 17th, I wrote him something. He responded. On May 31st.
Oh, on St. Patrick's Day. Well, yeah, he responded back on St. Patrick's Day. I doubt that.
No, but it was 2017. He had asked something about, what do you think of my glass, whatever. He was asking people's opinion. Yeah, so I think he just might respond. But I think he'd be a great guest on your show. Yeah. I think that he's got like a down-to-earth, approachable appeal like you guys. You got this charisma. You guys could share your charisma.
Thanks. I've liked him in a lot of things. I liked him, and he was in a. Remember, was it The
Girls
Heat?
Was
Remember
one of my favorites.
Remember the movie with Sandra
Yes.
Bullock and Melissa McCarthy, The Heat, something like that. They were detectives.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, he was Melissa McCarthy's brother in that. I thought he was fantastic in that, and he just he doesn't overwhelm the movie. He just comes in and does his thing, and the thing I like about him is he doesn't really even do the same role all the time. Like he's pretty. I think he's pretty talented. Wasn't he on? I feel like he was.
I think he even made a documentary that got really good reviews.
On what? On his life?
I want to say like DMX. No, like, he's really into rap. Like DMX, I think. He did have this one scandal I heard years ago, though. It wasn't his fault. But if you remember that woman, Lily, she's an actress from, I think she was in like
Lily Tomlin.
Say Anything. No.
Oh, I
Younger,
know who
but
you mean. Didn't she pass?
They were. Oh, I don't know, but she was stalking him. Like he had to get. It was like this crazy. They weren't together for a while. I mean, I'm talking like in the late '80s, early '90s, and then like they broke up, and she couldn't handle it, and it was like public. It was.
On Say Anything, wasn't that her character in Say Anything? Wasn't she like she kept writing all those songs about Joe?
I think that's what happened. Is that people were like, "Oh my God, she turned into the character about Joe."
Now all her songs are Michael. Why did you leave me, Michael?
No, Joe lies. It was Joe. Joe lies.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Joe lies.
I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen Say Anything, but it was such a great movie. I remember a lot of it.
Time to bust it out. So yeah, and I think he was in Beautiful Girls. I think it was like one of the most. I don't know. It just stands out in my memory. I can't pinpoint why, and it's like this old, obscure movie. Like people probably wouldn't even know of it. Like Beautiful Girls. I want to say early '90s again. But I think anyway he'd be a great guest, and I think he would be nothing short of interesting on stage. And I think we're going to go see him. Even my husband likes him because of the show. My husband likes him because of Atypical.
Yeah,
because
Atypical. They just did it right. I'm surprised they've taken so long to do a second season. Yeah, I watched it in like a day. I think. Me
too. The way that they could show the struggle, like
who's the mom? I forget.
Jennifer Jason Leigh, she kills it, right?
Oh,
Isn't it
totally.
Jennifer Jason? The one
it absolutely
from
is.
Fast Times.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she looks amazing.
Yeah.
And when I think of her, I always think of Fast Times at Ridgemont High with
Me
that
too.
carrot scene. Oh my God.
Me too.
So funny.
But you know what? The writing, I mean, the actors are great on that, but the writing is just, someone knows what they're doing when they're writing that show.
Yeah,
it's very well
like
done.
I said, they hit the nail on the head, and it's like these little nuances where unless you're living it, you wouldn't
know. Like they just don't talk about the struggle of like the child. They talk about like the struggle within the marriage and how you're and the thing I love about it is they definitely will have several episodes where you just don't get it right. You're not going to get it right all the time for these kids. And even though you try, you might do, the wrong thing that makes things worse. Like you have to like step back and let them grow, but you don't want to give them too much room because that could be worse. And, it's just more difficult than, a typical kid. And so they show that struggle too, how like heartbreaking it is to get it wrong. And you're going to try to do better the next time. But, because you have other things going on in your own lives, It's a great show.
So it's so great. It's so great. And I love that it's real. And I know we talked about like real that way, but even like the mom and the dad, like they're real people. Like I'm kind of over it in the world of looking at like these like plastic surgery fake. Like, no, that's not a mom of 3 kids. Like making it like, I feel like she's beautiful, but she's real. She's not altered.
Yeah, she's eating like the leftover crust of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Pete
So,
Jenkins
yeah,
said
and
that
I just,
he did a documentary on 90s hip hop.
yeah, see, so I wasn't too far off, but yeah, he's and I'll be interested to see how he does his stand-up. But I really hope he comes on the show Monday. Tell him you'll buy him All American burger.
We'll give him a koozie.
A koozie and All American. You can't beat that. I just sent him. I just sent him a message. So let's see. That would be cool.
Great. I mean, he's going to be there already. I mean, they can't just. They must, right?
Well, yeah, but they don't.
Just
but
like
he doesn't.
David Clark.
Well, but he's not going to be here that early.
Yeah.
All right. So let's say he could do 12 to 1. He could see scenic Long Island, Levittown.
Oh, sure.
He could spend it.
Well, that's the thing, though. But you don't know where they're coming from. You don't know what time. I have no idea. We're not privy to that information, so I have no. And
Okay,
I don't
so
know.
on the interview with Rob, he said he was already in the city.
Oh, all
So
right.
he's in New York City.
All right.
And that interview was recorded 2 days ago and broadcast yesterday, I believe.
All right. So maybe he would. Maybe there's a good
Fingers
chance.
crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, maybe we'll.
And he did.
We'll take him to the sweet shop after, and help him kill a little time.
Okay, see that? Yeah. And he said that because Rob was asking if he had any connections to Long Island. His mother was from Lawrence.
Oh.
So he would go back to his grandmother's house often. So you could also give hey, we'll take you on a tour, whatever it takes, Tony. That's right there. We'll drive you back to Lawrence. You can visit your grandmother's house. We could videotape it. It'd be adorable. People love it.
Yeah, maybe. And
All right.
Can I tell him Sally will be topless?
No.
Oh, Chris, will you join?
I don't think. Wait, I will say this too. Well, he's been married for a very, very long time.
Oh,
nice.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're actually like painfully adorable that you would never even want to,
Nice.
like hit on him. But we're not the right, like I think he's really into, like his wife is African American. I just think that's like his, like we don't fit his
Right.
type.
Got it.
You never know though. I mean, those tits
Well,
are
he
magical.
only has eyes
They
for
might
her,
work.
so.
Did you hear what she just said? Repeat that,
She
Chris.
I said, well, you never know though, because those tits are
La
magical.
la
They
la
can
la
do-
la la la.
How dare you interrupt the Chris Thomas? Wow.
I can't say your tits are magical. I wish
No,
somebody told
because
me my
he
tits
doesn't
were
hear
magical.
that. All he hears.
Oh, I heard that.
All he hears is, "Oh my goodness, how can I get Sally and Chris to make out?" That's all he heard. That is all he heard. He didn't hear anything else.
All right. Well, I have two things. I have two responses.
Am I
to that.
right?
I have two responses.
Am
to
I
that.
right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
But that's my point. That's my first response. One, what is wrong with that? Two, you make it sound like that's a bad thing.
But see what I mean? That's all he heard.
No. Actually, I was
A
already
year from
hearing
now,
that.
if you asked him what you said, he'd be like, "You want to make out with Sally?" Yeah.
No,
that's all.
I was hearing that long before she called today. I've known Chris Thomas a long time. So
You knew her before me, and you'd be like, "I wonder if I could have a wife one day who Chris can make out with."
pretty much, that's pretty much how it went.
That's funny.
All right, so I'll
anything's worth a try. Really, let me know if you hear back.
I'll definitely let you
hope that it
know.
works
I will
out.
definitely let you know. And if by chance he shows up, well, then you're on the show Monday too.
Yay! It will come anyway.
Great.
You know?
And then
Let's
come
go,
in
like-
and then come in on Thursday so we can talk about the match game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a possibility.
Good.
Cool.
All right, put it in your
Oh, no,
calendar.
I'm going to the Bronx Zoo. I'm sorry. I'm going to the Bronx Zoo with Everly on
Friday.
Thursday. But maybe Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
All right, that works.
Okay,
Thursday or
that
Friday.
would be great. And, see how it goes with him. Maybe we'll all go to the Michael Rappaport show since, it's a thank you for him showing up. If you guys are available, I don't know.
Actually,
But-
are you here anyway for radio shows or no this Monday?
Am I here?
Yeah, this Monday because it's Steve Squared and the Wirt Show, right?
Yeah.
Are you here for Steve Squared? Is there a Steve Squared this Monday?
No, remember we're not. No, I'm not here this Monday because remember we're going to a Ducks game.
Oh, we're going to the Ducks game Monday. I forgot.
Yeah. So I
Damn
had
it.
I had Jam and Steve Squared like wait a week because they
Right.
do every other week anyway.
So is there a Wirt Show this Monday or no?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Damn it. Damn, stupid Ducks.
Stupid Ducks with our atypical
You should
kids.
bring Michael Rappaport to the Ducks game.
Well, no,
You'll take him to a Ducks game.
No, that's the same time as his appearance here.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Oh.
And we can't cancel the atypical Ducks game, or Michael won't come on our show because we're bad parents.
Stupid Ducks, stupid kids. These kids get in the way of everything. Damn
They're
it.
such cock blockers in so many levels.
They
I know.
are,
I
right?
say it all the time.
The only thing they're good for is labor. That's it.
Yeah, we can't even get them to
Well,
do that
not
most
above
of the
child
time.
labor.
Absolutely right, Chris. I hear you.
All
All
right.
right.
Good luck. I hope to hear good news.
Me too. I'll let you know. Thanks.
All right.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Chris.
Bye, Chris. Well, there you go. That's what we're ending our show on. We believe in child labor.
Yeah.
And Sally and Chris making out.
And I'm going to skedaddle because I got to get back here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, bye, everyone.
Okay.
Have a good weekend.
You don't have to get back here.
Right.
Right. We're
Right.
meeting back
I'll
at
meet you
home,
at home.
to do something. Yes.
Yes.
Got
Bye.
it. Okay. Sally's out. Get out of here, Sally. See that? That's the power I have. Get out. All right. All right. So, what's everybody doing this weekend? Hope you have some good plans. Stay cool, by the way. Don't forget to buy your koozie, even though we're officially out of them because we only made 10. But you can still order them because we're going to make more. Right? I think the experiment went well. I think it was successful. We sold 10, so I think it's safe to say we're going to get more. So order a koozie with us, and I think the plan is to maybe get some of the other shows. This is the Knockem Dead Comedy koozie, but Govs Radio. But I think we're going to get some of the other shows to have their own koozie, and and again we're going to move on to shirts and hats and other stuff. It'll be great. So there you go. Hope you all, so I hope you guys stay cool this weekend. It's supposed to be, again, if you're in this area, and though according to Mark White, most places are going through a heat wave. So stay cool this weekend. It might be fun to stay indoors and see a comedy show. How about that? Or you can come see a Knockem Dead comedy show. That's right. All sorts of great shows happening in the area. If you're going to brave it outdoors this weekend, David Clark is playing tonight in Levittown. I think it's at the Village Green. The Fascino Brothers, they are playing at Jones Beach tonight. They're opening up for a Yes tribute band on the boardwalk there. It's a great atmosphere down there. The Jones Beach boardwalk, they have a little band shell there. It's free. You can just walk on the boardwalk, set up your chairs, bring your cooler, and enjoy some great music by the Fascino Brothers, who are opening up for a Yes tribute band. Or you can head on over to Levittown, right down the block here at the Village Green, where David Clark and Songs from the Attic are playing their Billy Joel hits. David Clark is fantastic, so you don't want to miss that. And I think his wife Cindy is playing tonight as well with him. I think she's great too, Cindy Bradley. Or you can go see some great comedy shows. Knockem Dead Comedy, ladies and gentlemen. We have, our next game show. A fun game show, random trivia, some fun party games, lots of laughs. It's a good time. Hosted by me or Eric or Sally, or all three of us or two of us. Any combination of us. This Tuesday, we're at the Lynbrook Public Library. Thursday, we're at the Westbury Public Library. And then, next Friday, the big night, July 26th, we're performing one of our hilarious audience interactive murder mystery shows. We're doing our mob-themed murder mystery show at Frank Steaks in Jericho. Don't miss that. It's going to be great. Great food over there, and a lot of fun with us. That's at Frank Steaks in Jericho. And don't forget, we are playing one of Governor's Clubs. We're playing the Brokerage in Belmore on October 25th. Perfect show for Halloween. Just in time for Halloween. It's an 80s themed murder mystery show. So what is spookier than a murder for Halloween? So you want to go for that reason. It's an 80s themed show, so you can wear your 80s outfits if you want, because we're having a costume contest for Halloween. So you don't want to miss that either. But if if you don't have an 80s outfit, you can wear any costume, because it's a costume contest and it's Halloween. So wear anything you want. And you can be in the contest if you want. So that's so we'll be there October 25th. Doing our 80s theme murder mystery. So go to knockemdeadcomedy.com to get info on who we are, what we do, pictures, videos, testimonials, everything you need to know about Knockem Dead Comedy right there at knockemdeadcomedy.com. Our full show schedule, and, of course, booking information. knockemdeadcomedy.com. KNOCKEMDEADCOMEDY.com. But if you want to see a great comedy show tonight or this weekend, where else would you go but one of the three great Governor's comedy clubs here on Long Island? Just like tonight, Governor's in Levittown. Tonight, the one and only J.P. Justice will be here. Tomorrow night, Pete Davidson will be doing 2 shows tomorrow night. And don't forget, Monday night is Michael Rappaport. In the Little Room here at Governor's in Levittown this weekend. Tonight is Loose Cannon Comics. Tomorrow night is the big night, Date Night Live with Connie and Chrissy. Our friends Connie and Chrissy with their fun show, Date Night. They're playing in the Little Room tomorrow night with our own Anthony Rodia will be there. Sal Governale, our old friend Billy Mira will be there, and some more great, talented people will be there. The Brokerage in Belmore, tonight and tomorrow, Rich Voss will be there. Rich is hilarious. Don't bring the kids to that one. Sunday, the Long Island Laugh-Off continues. And as I said, October 25th, Knockem Dead Comedy. McGuire's in Bohemia. Tonight is Ben Moore. Tomorrow is Gilbert Gottfried. And then Sunday is Sunday Night Funnies. Go to govs.com for tickets and full schedule, everything you need to know right there at govs.com. Last but not least, govsradio.com. Lots of great shows coming at you live from govsradio.com. Hope you enjoyed the premiere yesterday of the Long Island Breakfast Club show with Tina Valentina. It was a lot of fun. She got a good response. Lots of phone calls. The phone was nonstop for her. She's playing every Monday and Thursday morning at 9:30. So as you're getting into the office, setting up your computer, turn on the Long Island Breakfast Club show. And if you're not working, you're eating your breakfast, turn on the Long Island Breakfast Club show. That's every Monday and Thursday mornings at 9:30. And the big premiere, don't forget, the big premiere this coming Tuesday after Anthony Rodia's show, 2 girls, 1 mic. That's going to be a great. Looking forward to. It's going to be a great. Did you hear that? It's going to be a great. Can't wait for that. It's going to be a fun show. And we're working on some other great things as always coming your way here at govsradio.com, and as well as, to join us with the existing shows we have. Don't forget Joey Kola, live from Governor's Green Room, returns in September. Mondays at 1 is Funny Tank. Mondays at 6:30, Steve Squared. And Mondays at 8, The Word Show with Mike and Pete, or Jam, Joe's Acoustic Mondays. Tuesday mornings at 10, Tea Time with Teresa. Tuesday nights at 8, Sorry Not Sorry with Anthony Rodia. Wednesday night 7:30, Three's Company. Wednesday nights at 9, The Dan Romano Show. Thursday afternoons at 1:30, Let's Eat Long Island. And, of course, at 8 o'clock is Graz. He returns not this coming Thursday, but the following Thursday. And, of course, there's us, the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. We're on every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here at govsradio.com. We thank you guys for the hearts, the likes, the comments, the supports, the phone calls, all of it. We thank you for buying the koozies. We thank you for buying the koozies. We hope that you keep it coming. As we said before, we're trying to build this radio station up so that we bring you the best comedic shows out there. I don't know why I'm talking like there's a period at the end of every word. We thank you guys very much. Again, we hope to keep this going for a very long time. You guys are the best. We hope you have a great weekend. Have no fear. Eric returns on Monday. He's gone, I think his last show with us was Tuesday? That's craziness. He, I forgot to mention, he drove down to Delaware yesterday for a baseball tournament with his son. Wait till he's here on Monday. Some funny. I'm already hearing some funny stories about him, down there in Delaware. So all the best to him, and I hope whatever they're doing down there, I hope they win it all. I guess it's a tournament of some kind. So I hope they win. So all the best to him down there. Have a safe trip back, pal. He'll be back on Monday. Oh, Sally's calling me. You guys want to hear this? Hi, you're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
Okay, it's me.
Yeah, I know. Hi.
Oh, are you off the air yet?
No, you're live.
You want to hear what's really interesting? Like I just plugged on Facebook, and the show, like right now, what I'm listening to is when you were talking about like Vinny Mara doing stand up, or you and Eric being on stage. Like that's how delayed it is when you're not. Like, isn't that crazy?
But wasn't that like an hour ago?
Yeah.
So when we make fun of Bonnie, we're wondering how she's so delayed. So maybe after a certain time, you can only catch up like from a certain point on or something.
Yeah, because I was doing a whole bunch of other things on my phone before I got on the road, and but then I hit Facebook and I was like, oh, he's still on, and then I hit it, and it was an hour and 21 minutes in on the show.
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder why that happens.
I don't know, but that's so weird. Like, if people are just, tuning in, that's a really big difference in the conversation.
Right.
And here we're thinking it's just Bonnie. I don't know. We need to look at that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway.
Okay, well, thanks for that tidbit.
Sure. Okay, bye. I'll see you later.
Bye, babe. So there you go. I think we were just about done anyway, right? So yeah, all the best, Eric. Have a safe trip back. Everybody have a great weekend. Stay cool. It can get a little dangerous out there when it's that hot, so be careful out there. And we'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. We'll be back Monday at 11 a.m. Take care, guys. Bye.